When life starts to fall apart, sometimes the only thing left to do is start over. I left Montana behind, the wide skies, the dust, the noise, and traded it all for this, the Highlands. Quiet, cold, real. No money, no tractor, just a fishing rod, a rucksack, and a hope that maybe, through a bit of fishing and determination, I can build something that lasts. They say Kinlaig's a small place. A few houses, a lock full of fish, and more rain than sense. But for me, it's a fresh start. Hey, Uncle Alistair. Yeah, I made it. Little colder than Montana, mind.
Welcome to the Highlands, lad. You'll get used to it. Loch's full of trout this time of year. Might be your ticket to a hot meal.
That's the plan. Fish, sell what I can, save a bit. Maybe start a farm someday.
Ambitious. But you've got that Scottish spirit. You'll find your feet in no time. Feel free to make yourself at home at the house for as long as you like, lad.
Thanks, Uncle. Really appreciate it. I think I'll head out and get a head start with some fishing and get a feel for it on my first day. Talk soon.
See you later.
So, here I am. Just me here, on my own. Grace stayed back in Montana. Said someone had to look after the farm while Godric's still in hospital. After everything that happened with the crash, it was too much for both of us. So we took a break. Now it's just me and this place. From here, it's all up to me. The rod, the rain, the lock, and the road ahead. Right then, here we go. First proper morning in the Highlands. Got my rod, bit of bait, and the sun's just starting to peek over the hills. Ah, you slippery wee bugger. Got away. Of course it did. First cast, no luck. Right, no giving up that easy. Oh, I've got something. Aye, it's pulling. This one's got some fight in it, eh? Don't you dare come loose. Yes! Got it! Look at that beauty! A proper trout. That's $100 in the pocket. My first bit of Highland income. Let's move a bit upstream. See if the fish fancy a change of scenery. Got a bit of weight on this one. Don't think it's a fish though. Ah, for crying out loud, it's a bloody boy! Fresh bit of bait and cast number 2. Oh, I've got something. Aye, it's pulling. Steady, steady. Almost there. Yes, got it. That's not going to pay the bills. Guess someone lost it downstream. I'll keep it. Maybe it'll bring luck. You know, Uncle Alistair would be laughing his head off right now. Man's a legend round these parts. Everyone in Kinleg knows him. The kind of bloke who can catch dinner with a bit of string and a paperclip. He's promised to show me the good spots once I've earned my stripes, as he puts it. Can't wait for that. And he knows everyone. Farmers, fishers, even the pub owner down by the bridge. Be good to get to know folk. Feels different here. Slower, friendlier. Back in Montana, everything felt so big. Big skies, big fields, big problems. Here it's smaller, aye, but quieter too. I can hear myself think. You don't get that much anymore, do you? Just peace. River rolling by, a few birds up in the birch trees, bit of mist on the hills even in August. You can almost forget the world's still spinning out there. Right, let's see if we can get another bite before lunch. There we go. Perfect throw. You know, if I can make a living doing this, even a small one, I'll be happy. Doesn't have to be fancy. Just fish, the land, and the people. That's what Uncle always said. Money comes and goes, lad, but the river's always there. Oh dear, another piece of trash. You know, with all this junk I've been pulling out the river, I'm starting to think I could open a recycling depot. Maybe make a quick buck or two down at the local shop, if they're buying scrap. Not exactly what I pictured when I came to fish, but hey, money's money, right? Let's try and make it an even $2,000 before the end of the month. Then I'll call it a day and head into town. See what Kinlaig's got to offer. That'll do nicely. £2,000 in the bank. What a start to life up here. Maybe I'll wander down to the local fish market by the docks, see what the locals are selling. Always tells you a lot about a place. What folk eat, what they talk about, what they care for. Smells of salt and smoke. Feels like home already, in a strange sort of way. Think I'll grab a bite, maybe a pint later. Soak it all in. And just like that, August comes to a close. Back at Uncle Alistair's place now. Fires crackling, kettles on. Tomorrow's September, and who knows what the river's got planned next. September's here. The mornings are still crisp, but the sun's staying a bit longer now. Walking through Kinleg, the streets feel alive with chatter, smells of fresh bread from the bakery, and the occasional whiff of sea breeze from the docks. Not a soul in a rush. Everything just flows. I think I'll pop down and see Uncle Alistair, get a proper sense of the place before diving into anything new. Here we go. Docks are quiet this morning, just the creak of boats and seagulls overhead. Morning, Uncle.
Ah, Liam. Settling in all right, are ye? Come on over. How's the first month treating you?
Pretty good, actually. Got a bit of money together already. £2,000 in the bank from fishing, and a few bits of scrap I managed to sell. Feels good to finally start making things happen.
That's fine work, lad. Shows you've got the knack for it. And now? Looking to set your sights a bit higher, aye?
Exactly. Been thinking I might try to find a farm, or a plot of land. Start something proper, something I can call my own.
Well, funny you should say that. There's an abandoned farm on the edge of town, been sitting empty for a while. Price? About £100,000. Needs work, but it's solid. Could be worth checking out if you're serious about settling in.
100,000? That sounds like a challenge worth taking. I think I'll head over now. See it with my own eyes. Might be the start of something big. All right then, let's go. See what Kinleg has in store. So, if I'm really serious about this abandoned farm, I need a plan. First off, animals. A few goats maybe. Maybe some Highland cattle later down the line. Eggs from some hens to sell at market. Could even get a couple of pigs if I'm brave. Then crops. Nothing fancy to start with, just enough to feed the animals and maybe a few cash crops to sell. But to save up enough, I'm gonna need more fishing. Keep that steady income rolling in. And it's not just about money. I need to get my name out here, meet the locals, see if anyone's got small contract jobs going. First thing, check the open space in the yard. Plenty of room for animals to roam. Maybe a paddock or two. Shelter for vehicles and tractors. And look at this, silage bunker already in place. Old grain storage hall. Loading area still solid, and there's some sort of feeder here. Could be handy for grain or even for a small feedstock operation. And there's the farmhouse. Little old thing, but cozy. Could be just what I need. Nothing fancy, just somewhere to live and build from. Aye, this would suit me perfectly. Just needs work, but I can see it, slowly bringing it all together. So that's it. Animals, crops, a place to store and shelter everything, and a house to call home.
How's Scotland treating you? First month or two over there. Everything okay? I'm holding down the fort here, but Hope, she's a mess. And Godric, still in that bloody coma.
Hey Grace, yeah, everything's good here. Just been catching a few fish, getting to know some of the locals, and hanging out with Uncle Alistair. Trying to figure out what to make my first proper purchase with, actually.
Oh? What are you thinking?
Well, I found this very nice abandoned farm for about £100,000. Looks perfect. But before I can buy anything, I need to fish a bit more, save a bit more cash. Might also pick up a ride on mower soon, so I can start taking on some local contracts and bring in extra money.
That sounds like a really solid plan, Liam. Keep me posted, okay? I miss you. It's not the same without everyone here in Montana.
Hold in there, Grace. Let me know if there's any news on Godric waking up, all right? We'll get through this.
I will. Take care, Liam. Don't work too hard.
I'll try not to. Talk soon. All right now, time to look through the shop catalogue. A Husqvarna ride-on mower, £3,500. That could be perfect for the local mowing jobs. Small, efficient. Get a few contracts done and make the money back in one job. Maybe two. Or I could go for a small old tractor with an attachment on the back. But that's more up front, more maintenance. Not the best for starting out. The ride-on mower seems smarter. Local contracts are up on the board. Definitely enough to cover the cost eventually. Okay, let's see. I've got £3,000 in the bank right now. Need another £500 to hit £3,500. Not impossible, just means another week or two of fishing and some odd jobs to top it off. Then next month, that mower's mine. September wraps up and I'll be ready to start turning real profit here in Kinleg. All right, October's here. Time to finally make some real progress. First things first, gotta get that ride-on mower for the contract. Kilted Pistons isn't far. Wow, this place looks tidy. Big vehicle maintenance warehouse. Proper dealership vibes. Okay, now, let's purchase this thing. There it is, the Husqvarna ride-on mower. Perfect. £3,499. £1 left. Okay, let's grab it from the pickup spot. Ready to take on some mowing contracts. Let's check the contract board. Here we go. A mowing contract from Katie. Pays £4,853. That'll cover the mower and even leave an extra £1,000 in profit. But it's a big field. Majority of the month, probably. Field 31. It's not too far away, which is perfect. Wouldn't want to drive this thing too far cross-country. Look at this beautiful Scotland countryside. You wouldn't get this back in Montana, that's for sure. I bet the impending winter is going to be a chilly one as well.
Hello, are you Liam? This is Katie, the one who posted the mowing contract. How are you doing?
Hey Katie. I'm Liam Fraser. Yeah, I'm good. Looking forward to getting started.
Perfect. Field 31, right? Just wanted to go over a few details. You're using a ride-on mower, aye? It's a wee bit smaller for the field, but I think you'll manage.
Yeah, I'm surprised I agreed to such a big field with this small mower, but I'm determined. Gotta make this work.
That's the spirit. I like the attitude, Liam. If you need any help while you're out there, just give me a shout. It's always good to see new folks working hard around here.
Thanks, Katie. I appreciate it. Looking forward to meeting more of the local farmers as I work.
Good luck. Can't wait to see the results.
Cheers. Always good to put a face to the names you see on the contract board. Makes it a bit more personal. And here we are, Field 31. Contract complete. Grass is all cut and it looks great. I can finally head back home. I'm exhausted, but it was well worth it. Big payday too. Pays off the mower and leaves a bit extra in the bank. That's our first major contract out of the way. Hopefully Katie's happy with it. Before I head back for the month, I think I'll pop over to the nearby river and get my fishing rod out. Haven't had a proper cast in a while. Been too busy with the contract, but I've missed it. Don't want to make it all work, work, work. Plus it does bring in a decent bit of money too. Maybe someday we can expand beyond just a fishing rod. A small boat, a net, who knows? And speaking of bringing in extra cash, I've been keeping up with all the trash I've been collecting. Over 20 items now. Sold them down at the local market in town, and it's netted a tidy profit, about £5,000. Not bad at all. That, alongside the contract payout and the usual fishing income, makes it a pretty productive month. All in all, we're now up to around £10,000. That's probably enough for October. Yeah, that's a solid month. All right then, time to head back, get some rest, and prepare for November. November's here, and Scotland really is breathtaking. The hills, the rivers, the way the light hits the lochs in the morning. Just stunning. But I can feel it. Much colder now. Winter's creeping in. And I get the feeling it's going to be a long, cold one. All right then. Let's go see what Alistair's up to down at the docks. Morning, Uncle. How's it going?
Ah, Liam Fraser. Good to see you, lad. Settling in all right, are you?
Yup. Keeping busy. Been fishing, selling scraps at the market, bought that ride-on mower, and even did a mowing job for Katie.
Ah, yes, Katie. Lovely lass. Good to see you talking with the locals and getting some jobs done.
Yeah, it's been good. Makes some proper money too.
Just be warned, lad. Won't be many mowing jobs through the winter. You might be able to fish a bit still, but you should also think about another way to earn. Cutting down some deadwood trees is always going through the winter, and the locals are always looking for someone.
Yeah, maybe I'll pick up an axe from the store then.
Aye, that's probably a good idea. Keeps you working, keeps you busy, and earns a bit extra.
Sounds like a plan, Uncle. Thanks for the advice. All right, let's see what's next. Another mowing contract popped up. David's Field, Field 3, just outside town. Pays £3,965. Not too far away. All right, time to make some more money before winter sets in.
Hello, is this Liam? This is David. Just thought I'd give you a call while you're out in the field. Wanted to say hi and introduce myself properly.
Hey David. Yeah, I'm Liam Fraser. Nice to hear from you.
So, I moved here from England a few years back. Fell in love with Kinleg ever since. Beautiful place, friendly folks. Thought I'd check in and see how you're settling in.
I've just moved here too. Looking to start a new life and maybe one day get a farm of my own. Feels like a good spot for it.
Sounds amazing, lad. If you ever need any help, just let me know. I'm always around the neighbourhood and you seem like a good guy. It's good to see new people getting stuck in.
Thanks, David. I appreciate that. Will do.
All right then. Best of luck with the contract.
Cheers. Talk soon. All right, back to it. Field 3, mowing complete. Grass is all cut nice and tidy, just how it should be. Collecting the reward now, £3,965. Perfect. That'll help a lot with funding the next steps. Next up, kilted pistons. Time to get myself an axe. Not too expensive, just £50. Enough to take on some deadwood contracts through the winter. Perfect timing actually. I can wrap December off with a job for a local farmer, Noah. Should keep me busy, make some extra cash, and stay productive while the mowing season slows down. And if there's time after that, maybe a quick fishing session to close out the month nicely. Can't let the rod gather dust after all. Now, I just want to give a massive shout out to some of our NextGen legends. Matthew Bullington, Lumberjack 929, Indomaster, Pendle, and Bloodied Porcelain. Thank you all so much. You're absolute legends, and I really appreciate all the support. And that's December. What a month it's been. Full of hard work, a few challenges, and plenty of progress. I've made around £16,000 this month, spent £3,500 on the Husqvarna ride-on mower, and another £50 on the axe. But it's been worth every penny. We've ticked off contracts, done a bit of fishing, cleared some deadwood, and started to make a real name for ourselves around Kinlaig. It's been productive, busy, and honestly, pretty rewarding. Slowly but surely, I'm building the foundations for the farm and the kind of life I've always wanted. Can't wait to see what the new year brings. More work, more stories, and maybe, just maybe, a place to finally call home. December in Kinlaig. The air's colder than ever. You can see your breath with every step. The village looks beautiful though. Every house is lit up. Christmas lights draped along the fences, smoke rising from chimneys. It feels like one of those old postcards. Peaceful, quiet, just the sound of boots on frozen ground. Work slowed right down since the mowing season ended, but I've still got my axe. The locals always need deadwood cleared before the snow gets heavy, so that'll keep me going through winter. Might not be glamorous, but it pays the bills and keeps the hands warm. Hey, Uncle Alistair, all set for the trip?
Ah, there he is. Aye, just about. Got the lads packing the last of the gear. Thought I'd give you a ring before we head out.
You're actually setting off today then?
Aye, weather's decent for once, and the crew's eager to go. We'll be out at sea for a couple of months. Herring mostly, maybe a bit of cod if we're lucky. Shame you can't come with us, lad. Would have done you good to get out on the water.
Yeah, maybe next time. Someone's got to keep things running here while you're gone. Got a few contracts lined up already.
Good man. There's nae much else this time of year. Grass'll stay dead till spring. But them deadwood jobs'll keep you going. And if you fancy something calmer, try the river. Plenty trout still biting.
That's the plan. Might do a bit of fishing once I've cleared these jobs. Need to make some extra cash wherever I can.
Aye, just don't freeze while you're at it. The house is yours, lad. Use what you need. Help yourself to the shed. Keep the place ticking. I'll give you a call when we dock in Ullapool for supplies.
Thanks, Uncle. Appreciate it. Hope the trip goes well. Bring back something fresh, yeah?
We'll see what we can manage. Take care of yourself, Liam.
You too. Safe travels. Funny thing about Kinleg. Every time you stop to talk to someone, you learn something new about the place. Usually it's small town stuff. Who's bought a new truck? Whose sheep broke through whose fence? But the other day, someone mentioned that old farm I've had my eye on. The one Uncle Alistair mentioned was for sale. Apparently, the bloke who used to run it, a man named Ewan McLeod, just vanished last spring. No goodbye, no sale papers, nothing. His truck turned up near the forest, doors unlocked, keys gone. That was it. People said he'd been having a rough time. The place was run down, livestock gone, debts piling up. Some reckon he just walked away. Others think, well, no one really knows. They put up a missing person poster in town. I must have walked past it a dozen times and never noticed. Strange, really. A man lives his whole life in a place like this, and one day, he's just gone. Part of me wonders if that's why the farm's been sitting empty so long. Feels like it's waiting for something. Or someone. Still, now that place is up for sale. I'd take it. Give it some life again. But I just need that 100 grand. Maybe that's what the place needs. A fresh start. Nothing beats finishing a day like this down by the harbour. Just a bit of peace. The line in the water, the gentle lapping of the waves. It's the kind of quiet you don't get anywhere else. Gives you a chance to really think. It's been a decent month. Between the woodcutting contracts and the fishing, I've managed to build the balance up to about 23,000. Not bad for winter in Kinleg, really. Especially with the way things slow down this time of year. Couldn't have done it without those contracts, mind you. Katie and David have kept me busy enough, making sure there's always something to do. And if things keep going this way, maybe by spring I'll finally have enough to make an offer on that farm I've had my eye on for so long. Still, I can't shake the thought about Ewan McLeod. The idea that someone could just disappear, leaving everything behind, and the world carries on like nothing happened. Makes you wonder what really goes on beneath the surface of a quiet little village like this. Suppose that's life here. Calm on the outside, steady and predictable. But there's always something hidden underneath, waiting for you to notice. Something you might never fully understand. January has arrived, and with it, snow. And my God, it's cold here in Kinleg. Frost coating the trees, smoke curling from chimneys, every breath turning to mist. Beautiful though. The kind of winter that makes the whole village feel like it's paused for a moment. But no time to admire it for too long. Deadwood won't cut itself. Gloves on, boots laced, and I'm off. If I want to make this month count, I need to get stuck in. All right, let's see what's on the board today. 5 contracts from locals. That's 5 jobs, 5 chances to bring in some decent winter money. Time to make a run around the forest and town, clearing every bit of deadwood I can find. January's not going to wait for me, and neither will the paychecks. Hey Grace, how's it going over there?
Hi, Liam. It's been tough. Hope isn't doing well at all. I'm barely keeping up with baby Ethan, and I've been spending most days at the hospital checking in on Godric. He hasn't woken yet. That crash really changed everything.
I'm so sorry, Grace. I can't imagine.
Yeah, it's a lot. And the farm's barely holding together while I'm here. I'm doing my best, but I don't know how much longer it can last. Might have to start selling things off soon.
I hear you. I wanted to ask. Something a local mentioned here in Kinleg. There's this farmer, Ewan McLeod. He used to own the abandoned farm I've been looking at. Apparently he disappeared last year. Truck left near the forest, nobody saw him leave. Just gone.
That's strange. Really strange. Liam, be careful. People disappearing like that isn't usually just leaving. Makes you wonder what happened. And why.
Yeah, exactly. Feels odd thinking about it while I'm out here cutting wood. Place is just sitting there, waiting.
Keep your eyes open. And Liam, promise me you'll stay safe.
Always. How's the farm holding up while you're running it?
Struggling. Really struggling. Not much time, not much energy. Barely scraping by. I'm doing my best, but it's not easy.
I hear you. Sounds like you've got your hands full.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. That's all I can say for now.
All right, Grace. Take care of yourself over there, and give baby Ethan a hug from me.
Thanks, Liam. You too.
All right, that's all 5 contracts done. Time to head back and collect the rewards. Not bad at all. A total of about £5,500 for the lot. That'll definitely help keep things moving this winter. Every pound counts when it's this cold out and there's so much still to do. Now, I'm going to try a bit of fishing over the pier. See what the harbour's got this time. It's not just about catching something for dinner. It's about keeping the balance up. And who knows? Maybe there's a nice haul in here. While I've got a moment here, it's good to start thinking about the next steps. Once I've saved a bit more, there are plenty of opportunities I can look into. Aquaculture could be a big one, setting up a small fish farm in the harbour. Really getting some steady income going from something sustainable. A speedboat might be worth looking at too. They're pricey, but if I can get one, it'd make getting out to the fishing spots a lot easier. And there's that fish breeding facility near the old farm. Could be a smart investment later down the line, especially if I want to combine things. Locals also mentioned onions are really profitable around Kinlaig. Something about the soil here and the growing season makes them a great option. Could be a nice side project once I've got the basics sorted. But for now, it's all about building up the balance. Saving every pound I can and investing in the right equipment. Stuff that makes more money faster than just sitting and fishing or running the basics on Mawa. These tools I've got now are just the beginning. They're functional, but I need to keep improving. Better gear, more contracts, more opportunities. That's how you get through a tough winter, and that's how you start making the bigger dreams a reality. We finished the month on a strong note though. January's cold, yes, but productive. And if I keep this up, February's looking promising. February's here and Kinleg's transformed. A fresh layer of snow blankets the streets, the rooftops, even the hills beyond the village. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Walking through the town like this, everything feels quieter somehow. Look at that! The Scottish flag flying high over the church. The snow settled on the roof. The spire standing proud. You'd never get a view like this in Montana, that's for sure. Right, back to work. Let's see what the contract board has in store today. 4 contracts, all ready to go. Time to accept them and head out. The map shows them scattered across the countryside. But luckily, I've got the ride-on mower to get from place to place. Hello?
Hi, is this Liam?
Yeah, that's me. Who's this?
I'm Fiona McIntyre. I got your number from your uncle, Alistair. He said you're new in town and that I should give you a call. Figured I'd introduce myself. I'm a livestock trader, part-time beekeeper, a little bit of everything really. And I hear you're planning to get stuck into some contracts around here.
Ah, right. Yeah, that's me. Nice to meet you, Fiona.
Likewise. I thought I'd check in, give you a heads up about some things in town. Nothing urgent, just, local gossip. Keeps things interesting. You'll find Kinlaig is quiet, but there's always something happening.
Gossip, huh? I can handle that.
Good. Well, for starters, there's Mrs. Cairns. You might meet her. She's always complaining about her sheep wandering off. A few locals think it's just her forgetfulness, but some whisper there's a sneaky sheep stealer hiding in the hills. And then there's old Fergus, who insists he saw lights moving near the forest at night last week. Probably nothing, but it's a fun story for the locals.
Sounds like the place has a lot going on, even under the snow.
Exactly. That's why I thought it'd be good to get in touch. I also wanted to mention, if you ever need advice about local livestock or contracts, I've been around long enough to know who's who and what's worth doing. Nothing fancy, just friendly help.
Thanks, Fiona. I might take you up on that. Good to know there's someone around who knows the area and the people.
Always happy to help. And, well, I might keep you posted on any interesting bits of news, just so you don't miss out while you're out chopping wood or fishing. Keeps the winter from being too quiet, right?
Definitely. Appreciate it.
All right then, I won't keep you. Enjoy the snow out there, and good luck with those contracts.
Thanks, Fiona. Talk soon. Well, that was an interesting call. Fiona McIntyre, local livestock trader and part-time beekeeper, and apparently the town's unofficial gossip hub. Seems like she knows everyone and everything that's going on around here. Can't help but laugh a bit. I mean, sheep stealers, lights in the forest. Kinlaig's full of surprises. She could actually be handy too. I mean, goat yoga, right? One day, that'll be a thing around here. And if I'm going to get the business going, she could be the perfect supplier for the goats. I can see it now. A little winter yoga session with goats wandering around. People would pay to watch alone, I'm sure. But joking aside, Fiona seems like she's going to be a useful contact. She's got her finger on the pulse of this place. Knows the locals, the farms, what's profitable. And maybe even for some of the future projects I've been thinking about. Goat yoga, aquaculture, fish breeding. The possibilities are starting to pile up. It's been a good month, all things considered. The snow's really transformed Kinleg. Makes everything feel fresh and quiet, like the town's paused for a moment. Funny how a layer of white can make even familiar streets feel new. And after all these contracts, it's nice to have a bit of time to just walk. February's almost done. Time to take a look at the dock while I walk along the pier. Snow's thick, but beautiful. And I'd say it won't be around much longer as we head into March. Looks like there's a cargo vessel up for sale. £275,000. Big enough to move goods out to the aquaculture sites. And then there's this sport boat. £55,000. Smaller, faster,
Perfect for exploring the sea and maybe even fishing from it. February done. Snow, contracts, phone calls. A productive month, even if the winter is still biting.
March is here. The snow's finally melted, the sun's peeking out, and though it's still cold, there's no denying winter's starting to fade. The town's looking brighter, the streets are thawing, and you can almost feel spring creeping in. Time to get started on a fresh batch of deadwood contracts. Plenty of trees to fell, and if I keep this pace, March should be a good month. Hey, Uncle Alistair, how's the trip going?
Ah, Liam. All's well here, out on the voyage. Long days, cold nights, but the sea's treating us fine. I'll be back next month in April. How's Kinleg treating you? Anything new around town?
Things are good. The contracts are keeping me busy. But I just realised, Uncle, why didn't you ever mention that missing farmer? The one who used to own the abandoned farm I'm interested in.
Ah, Ewan McLeod. Yes, I knew him. He was a good man. Very quiet, kept to himself mostly. We were friends a while back, but he disappeared last year, just like the news said. No word from him. No one's seen him since. Strange, really. Nobody knows what happened.
That's unsettling. I had no idea. He must have been a decent guy if he was well liked and kept to himself.
Yep, quiet, dependable, and then gone. Strange business, Liam. You just have to be mindful around here.
Speaking of locals, Fiona rang the other day. Keeps me in the loop on all the town gossip.
Ah yes, Fiona, the local chatterbox. Don't let her stories fool you though. She's a good person, and you'll find she's handy to have on your side. Livestock trader, knows the market. When you're ready to buy animals or set up anything bigger, she'll get you a good deal.
That's good to hear. I'll definitely keep her in mind when the time comes.
Exactly. Keep your head down, get the contracts done, and don't let the winter blues slow you. March should be a strong month for you.
Will do, Uncle. Safe travels, and I'll keep you posted if anything unusual pops up.
Another day in the forest. The contracts are almost done for today, and everything's stacking up nicely.
It's been a solid stretch. Trees felled, locals happy, and a bit of extra cash in the bank. Can't complain. Weird thing though. As I was chopping back there, I thought I saw someone moving along the edge of the trail. Could have been nothing, but it makes you think, doesn't it? Quiet towns like Kinlaig always have something bubbling under the surface. And between the stories Fiona keeps sending my way, the missing sheep, strange lights, little oddities here and there, I've learned you can't take anything at face value. You have to keep your eyes open, keep moving, and stay aware. Still, it's satisfying work. Feels good to see the piles of wood, knowing each log is a little step forward. Every day adds up, and even if things seem slow, progress is happening. Nothing beats winding down like this. A line in the water, and a moment to think after the forest. Makes the day feel complete. March has been productive. The contracts went well, and a few fish on the line adds a nice little bonus. The balance is looking healthy, and I'm starting to get a sense of how much momentum these months can give me if I keep at it. It's funny though, even in a town as quiet as Kinleg, there's always something just out of reach. Little mysteries, strange sights, odd stories. It keeps things interesting. Makes you wonder what's lurking just around the next bend, or waiting to show up at the farm. Still, for now, it's calm. Time to enjoy it. Take in the harbour, watch the water, and plan the next steps. Boats, contracts, maybe some new ventures. Whatever comes, it feels like spring is around the corner, and there's plenty to look forward to. Before I call it a day, a quick shout out to our NextGen legends. Jeffrey, XD Chiller 1994, KR4D PRO, Jeff Marshall, and Tristan Kalb. Cheers for the support, really appreciate it. And I can't shake the thought of Ewan McLeod. Still missing, still unknown. Makes you wonder if he'll ever show up again. Guess some mysteries don't get solved overnight.
April already. New month, new start. The weather's finally warming up. Well, warm for Scotland anyway. And I've been saving all winter for this moment. Today's the day I head over to Kilted Pistons, the local vehicle shop, and finally trade in this old mower. If all goes to plan, I'll walk out with a proper tractor to kickstart the season. Time to say goodbye to the mower. It's served me well, but it's time to upgrade. Let's get it sold. £2,800 for it brings me up to £47,800 total. A Fendt 380 GTA Turbo, 95 horsepower. Bit of a unique one that, £37,500. I'll take it. That leaves me £10,000. Perfect. I'll grab the front tank attachment, £2,000, and the sprayer unit for £4,000. That setup will let me hit fields with herbicide and fertilizer, no problem. Last thing, a pallet of herbicide, £2,400. That'll do nicely for the contract job I can accept straight away. Let's get some money rolling back in. Let's get all this hooked up. Tank on the front, sprayer on the back. Lovely. Fits like a glove. This is more like it.
All right, Alistair. You're back then. Trip go well?
Aye, just docked back in the Highlands. Good to be home. And listen, thanks again for keeping the house so tidy. Place looks better than when I left. I swear you've become a bit of a neat freak.
Ha! Don't get used to it. Might have just been a burst of spring energy, but glad you're back safe. What are you up to today?
Well, I was just about to put the kettle on, but figured I'd ring you first. What are you up to?
I'm out in the field. Just got myself a new toy. Picked up a Fendt 380 GTA Turbo, 95 horsepower. Proper bit of kit. Traded in the old mower for £2,800, so I had enough saved to splash out.
A Fendt, eh? Fancy lad now. You go from pushing a mower to driving around in a tractor that sounds like a fighter jet. Good on you.
Well, I needed something decent. And I've just accepted a herbicide spraying contract. Figured I'd earn some of that money back before the bank account starts crying.
That's the way. Get yourself out working the land. These contract jobs will be good for you. Steady money every month. Better than relying on luck or fishing scraps.
I know. And now that I've got the sprayer and the front tank fitted, I can actually take on proper field work.
Well, now that you've got a tractor, you should start thinking ahead. Bit of forward planning never hurt anyone. Get yourself some smaller attachments, a hoe, a fertiliser spreader, even a wee mower deck for it once you've got enough saved. That way, you can take on a whole variety of contracts each month. No waiting around for just one or two jobs.
That's a good point. A few different tools would make a big difference. I could bounce between fields, keep busy all month, build up the money a lot faster.
Exactly. You don't want to be sitting around watching the grass grow, unless it's your grass and you're getting paid to cut it.
I'll take any grass if the money's right. Might even cut your lawn if you ask nicely.
Cheeky. You'll be charging me mates rates, I hope.
Mates rates? I'll be charging premium rural Highland rates, double on weekends.
Oh, that's how it is now. One tractor and suddenly you're a businessman.
You know it. But honestly, I'm excited. This is the start of something. Plenty of work to take on, and hopefully in a couple months, I'll have enough saved to keep expanding.
Keep at it. I'm proud of you. Just don't work yourself to the bone. Springtime can trick you. Daylight gets longer and suddenly you're still out there at 10 at night.
Cheers, Alistair. Good to have you back. Catch you later. Right. This whole abandoned farm thing keeps niggling at the back of my head. Ewan McLeod vanished without a trace over a year ago now. His truck just left in the woods, nothing else. No one's seen him since. And now this farm's been abandoned all this time. Aye, it's a proper mystery. If I'm serious about buying it, I can't ignore it, can I? Saw that name again. Margaret McLeod. Same last name. Seems to be the one handling the sale. taking over whatever's left of the farm. Could be his wife, could be a sister, or something else entirely. Don't really know if I can trust her, not fully. I'll have to give her a call at some point, see if this sale is actually legit, make sure there's nothing I need to be worried about. Feels a bit uneasy staring at that missing person poster again. Ewan's picture, just gone. No note, no warning, nothing. Makes you wonder if something more sinister is behind it. And the farm itself, sitting empty all this time, must be a proper strange place now. I've got to be careful, but at the same time, it's hard not to think about what it could become, you know? If I manage to get it, bring it back to life, it'd be amazing. But first, I need to know exactly what I'm getting into. Margaret McLeod. I better check in with her, ask the right questions, make sure nothing weird's lurking. Could be nothing, could be something. Either way, I'll have to be smart about it.
Time to purchase a fertiliser. The Salek ZK300H is the perfect fit for me for now. Only a 300 litre capacity, but at £2,000, you can't really go wrong. Better grab some solid fertiliser to go with it as well. Hook it all up and head out to the 3 fertilising contracts on the board at the moment. Should be a decent bit of work, hopefully earning around £14,000 profit once they're all done. And that'll finish off April nicely. Right, let's get out there and make the most of it. Ah, Fiona. Hello there. How are you? Haven't spoken in a while.
Oh, Liam. I just thought I'd give you a ring, see how you're getting on with your first contract. Everyone's been talking about someone starting proper work on the fields. Thought it might be you. How's it going then?
Not bad. Not bad at all. Got myself a new fertiliser setup. Salek ZK300H. Hooked it all up with solid fertiliser. Heading out to the contracts now. 3 of them on the board. Should be a good bit of work. So far, everything's going smooth.
Oh, that sounds promising. Good to hear.
Tell me, Fiona, have you had any dealings with Margaret McLeod? I know, bit of an odd question, but I hear she's the one handling that abandoned farm I've been looking to purchase.
Ah, yes. Margaret. She's a strange one, that's for sure. Hasn't really been out and about since her husband disappeared last year. Hardly talks to anyone in the village these days. Quiet. Keeps herself to herself mostly. Can't say I've spent time with her, but I've seen her a few times. Definitely Ewan McLeod's wife. Poor woman hasn't been the same since that day.
That's what I was wondering. Makes sense now. So if I'm serious about buying the land, I'll have to deal with her directly. Bit intimidating, but seems like there's no way around it.
You'll have to be careful. She's polite enough if you speak properly, but she's never really socialised since Ewan vanished. Used to be a lovely couple, always helpful, chatting with everyone in the village. Now, she keeps her distance, barely says a word to anyone. It's quite the mystery.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Still, I'm considering going ahead and trying to purchase it. The farm itself has potential, and it's been abandoned for too long. But I want to hear it from someone who knows the village. Would you say it's a good idea?
Honestly, it could be a good move. The land's solid, location's decent, and someone needs to bring it back to life. Just dealing with Margaret might not be straightforward. She's been different since it all happened, you know? But if you approach her properly, be polite and clear, there's a chance it could work out. The mystery surrounding Ewan, well, that's still there, isn't it? No one's seen him since that truck was left in the woods. Strange times.
That's what I was thinking too. Still, seems like the right opportunity, even with a bit of uncertainty. I'll just have to be smart about it and see how things go.
Exactly. Keep your wits about you, Liam. And who knows? Maybe getting that farm back into shape will shake things up a bit. But for now, get those contracts done and make a tidy sum before worrying about the mysteries of the village.
Sounds good. Thanks for the advice, Fiona. I'll catch up again soon. Maybe when I've had a proper look at the farm.
Anytime, Liam. Keep me posted, all right? And take care out there.
Right then, last fertilising contract of the month. Can't believe how April's gone. The shop's been great, letting me store everything safely while I get the contracts done. This final field here should bring in just under £3,000, which will put me up to about 8,000 total. Not bad at all for the first proper month out here. Feels good seeing everything coming together. The tractors, the gear, the contracts, finally starting to feel like the farm's really taking shape. Right, let's get this done and finish April on a high note before May rolls in. May's here already. Can't believe how fast it's coming around. I'm back at Kilted Pistons where all my gear's stored for now, until I get my own land sorted. Looking at the contracts today, KT's got a mowing job for Field 31, the same one I did my first job on, and it looks like a good chance to get started on proper work again. Only thing is, I'll need a new mower, and now that I've got the Fendt, I can check the tractor mower section. Ah, here we go. Lizard RDMR 300. £4,100, nice and cheap. 3.4 metre working width, way bigger than my last mower, and it needs 100 horsepower. My Fendt's only 95, but that should just about manage it. Alright, I'll take it. Hook her up, nice and steady, off to Field 31. Maybe it's time to give Margaret McLeod a call about that abandoned farm. Could be now or never, and I've been saving a bit. Alright, deep breath. Here goes. Hello, is this Margaret McLeod?
Yes.
Ah, hi, I'm Liam Fraser. I'm a local here and I'm interested in the abandoned farm in Kinleg. I understand you're the one handling the sale.
Yes, I am.
Right. I've heard a few things from the locals. I'm new around here, but I wanted to check in. Make sure it's true that you're seriously looking to sell the land. I'm very interested, and I'd be looking at around £100,000.
Yes, I am looking to sell. With Ewan gone for almost a year now, I've kind of given up. But I'm looking for help. I can't manage the farm alone, and I need answers. Why he left, where he went.
Ah, I see. What sort of help are you looking for?
I would like help investigating, finding clues, seeing if anything explains his disappearance. I don't expect you to do everything, but I have some things at the house that might be useful, if you're willing.
All right, I'll think about it. I'll finish a few contracts first, get myself settled, but I am interested in the land, and I could be interested in helping with this too.
That sounds good. I think you seem like a nice person, and I could use the help. Just take your time.
Of course. Thanks for your time, Margaret. I'll be in touch next month. Well, that's done. Not as scary as everyone made her out to be. She's lost, really. But maybe this could be more than just buying a farm. Could be the start of figuring out what happened to Ewan. Another month in the books, contracts done, gear all in place, and money starting to stack up a bit. Still, can't stop thinking about Margaret McLeod. She said she's got a few things at the house that might be clues about what happened to Ewan. Could be worth checking out, see what's there, get a proper look. But I've got to be smart. Can't rush into it. For now, best just focus on this field. Finish the mowing tidy, get everything squared away, and make sure I'm ready for June. 1 month done, another one waiting. And maybe soon, I'll see what Margaret has and figure out if I can help with whatever's going on with that farm. The Kinleg mystery. June's here at last. Feels good to finally see a bit of proper sunshine, even if it doesn't last long round here. Work's been steady enough, a few contracts here and there, just trying to keep things ticking over. Uncle Alistair said he wanted to have a chat down by the docks, so I'm heading that way now. Morning, Uncle. Busy as always?
Aye, these nets don't mend themselves. You've been keeping yourself out of trouble?
Trying to. Been doing bits of contract work, keeping the tractor busy. Nothing too exciting.
Better that than sitting idle. Just watch who you're working for, lad. There's been some funny business going on. Council buying up bits of land through some outfit called Highland Land Trust or something like that.
I've heard a few whispers, but didn't think much of it. Probably just another one of their schemes.
Maybe so. Just don't let them rope you into anything daft. This place has a habit of dragging folk into messes that aren't theirs.
Good old Alistair. Always knows when something's brewing before the rest of us. Anyway, I'd best get moving. Need to stop by Kilted Pistons, pick up the details for today's contracts.
3 spraying jobs on offer. All decent pay. Herbicide, so nothing too messy. That'll do nicely. Looks like I'll be covering a fair bit of ground today. Going to need more herbicide, that's for sure. Better top up before I head out. Don't want to run dry halfway through. That should see me through the day. Right, time to earn some money. Let's see. 3 jobs, all over the place. This is going to take me a few weeks at this rate. Hope the pay's worth it. Better top up the tank first. Don't want to run out halfway through.
Hello, Liam here.
Oh, Liam, thank goodness. I was just wondering if you were still thinking about the farm. I know you've only just arrived in Kinleg. I didn't want to pressure you, but I'd really like someone trustworthy to take it on.
I am interested, Mrs. McLeod. I really am. It's just, I don't know if I should get involved with anything else. I've only just come from Montana. I don't want to cause any trouble or get in the middle of something I don't understand.
I understand. You've barely set foot here, and the village has its complications. But, truth be told, I can't bring myself to live in the house anymore. Not after, well, you know. I've been staying in town since Ewan disappeared, trying to sort through things. And I've been keeping hold of a few things. Papers, notes, little reminders, hoping someone might be able to make sense of it all. I don't know what to do with it sometimes.
I can imagine. That must be difficult. I don't want to get in the way of anything. I just want to buy the farm and make a start here. That's why I'm doing all these contracts. Just trying to make sure I can afford it.
Well, that's part of it, yes. And if I'm honest, maybe if you were willing to help me, even just a little, I could feel safer letting the place go to you. Someone who can be trusted to look after it, even if Ewan does eventually turn up. It's not something I can just hand over lightly.
I don't know. I mean, I'm happy to help in general, but I don't want to step on toes or get dragged into anything I don't fully understand. I just came here to start fresh.
I know. And that's why I'm asking carefully. I've been living in the village ever since. It's not easy, but it keeps me close enough to watch things. And some of the things I've found, well, they're odd. Small, little hints. Nothing I can fully make sense of yet. I've kept them safe. I thought maybe someone like you, someone practical, steady, might be able to help me put the pieces together. But I won't force it. I need to know the farm will be in good hands.
I want the farm, Mrs. McLeod, I really do. And if helping out a little makes you feel it's safe to sell it to me, well, I can do that. I want to be careful, that's all. I don't want to make things worse or upset anyone in the village.
You won't upset me, Liam. Honestly, I just don't want the wrong person taking it. If you decide to come by and have a look, see the little things I've collected, maybe then you can see why it's all a bit complicated. Nothing dangerous, mind, just oddities, bits and pieces, things that made me question what's been happening. And if you're willing to help me make sense of them, maybe the farm can be yours. £101,000, yes, but it has to go to someone I can trust. That's the most important thing.
I understand. I'll come by then. I'll see what you've got and we can take it from there. I'll help where I can, but I'll also keep my eyes open. Sounds fair?
Oh, Liam, that sounds perfect. That's all I ask. And don't worry, it's nothing scary. Just things that make you think. I'll have them ready for you when you come. And the farm, well, it's waiting for someone who actually wants to care for it.
All right then. I'll head over next month after these contracts and see you. Thanks for calling, Mrs. McLeod.
Thank you, Liam. I'll see you then.
4 fertilising jobs to get through. Shouldn't take too long, but that's 4 fields, 4 spreads of fertiliser, and I've still got a long way to go if I want to make the cash. £21,000 in the bank. Not enough for the McLeod place yet. £101,000 by the end of July. Need to keep my head down and keep working. If I can get through these contracts and the pay's decent, maybe I'll have a fighting chance. Just need to focus. Steady work, no mistakes, keep the tractor running and try not to get distracted. Easy enough. Maybe I should call Grace and check in on how she's doing over in Montana. Hey Grace, how's it?
Oh, don't even start, Liam. Don't you dare start telling me it's hard in Scotland right now. You think you've got it rough? Try running Godric's farm with no help.
Grace,
No, you listen. Since Godric's accident, I've been flat out every single day. I've had to manage the animals, the crops, the repairs. 12 hours a day, sometimes more. You could have stayed. You could have helped me. And instead you just went off to Scotland.
I had this trip planned, Grace. I couldn't really do anything from here, and I wanted to get things in order on my end. I didn't think I was leaving you high and dry.
Well, you did. I've had to start selling some of Godric's tractors, some of the animals. I don't have the resources to hire anyone, Liam. I'm flat out every single day trying to keep the farm alive. And Hope? She's a mess, you know that. You leaving me alone with her wasn't very nice.
I know. I really didn't mean to leave you in that situation. I just thought...
You thought? You thought it was all right for you to be living your new life in Scotland while I'm scrambling to keep everything together? Liam, I'm exhausted. I'm overworked and I'm angry. I don't care how hard things are there. It's not fair that I've had to pick up everything you left behind.
Grace, I understand. Really, I do. I didn't think I could do much from here. That's why I came to Scotland. I had to get organised first. I didn't mean to abandon you or the farm.
Well, it's been hard. Really hard. I've had to make decisions I shouldn't have to make. Sell off things I didn't want to because I can't keep up on my own. And you're just far away. It's hard not to feel abandoned, Liam.
I get that. I honestly do, and I'm sorry. I didn't realise it would be like this. I really did think there was nothing I could do to help from here, and I had to sort my own arrangements first. I'll make it right, Grace. Once I get things sorted, I can come back and help.
Yeah, well, just try to remember what you've left behind, Liam. I know you've got your own stuff going on, but don't forget the farm. And don't forget people who are depending on you. You have your Scotland life now, but some of us are still here trying to hold it together.
I won't forget. I promise. Blimey. Poor Grace. I probably shouldn't have left, really. She's flat out, running Godric's farm all on her own. I knew it'd be tough, but I needed to start this new life here. Been planning this for years. Finally got the chance, and I had to take it. I just hope she can hold things together until I can get back and help properly. But anyway, let's focus on the here and now. That's all 4 contracts done. £31,784. Not bad. Still a way to go before the McLeod place, but it's progress. Godric. Still in that damned coma. I wonder if he dreams in a coma. Probably still farming in his dreams, bless him. Makes you appreciate the calm here. At least for a moment. Might as well fish for a bit more scrap while I'm here. Never know what you'll find. 50 items now. All right, not bad at all. Sold the lot at the market over the last few weeks. Netted me another 10 grand. £41,784. Not bad. Not bad at all. Bit closer to that McLeod farm. July's gonna be the month. I can feel it.
July is here. Feels like the right time to finally get my own place. Staying with Uncle Alistair's been great, but, well, it's not really mine. That abandoned farm, I can feel it. It's the one. Perfect spot to start fresh. Really put down roots. But I'll need a bit more cash first. Contracts are good, but even with all the work I've done, probably need a small loan from the bank to make up the rest. Yeah, that'll do it. Then the farm's mine. For now though, let's get on with this fertilizing contract close by, and maybe some grass cutting jobs afterwards. Keep the money coming, step by step. Right, while I'm here, I can't help thinking about this McLeod business. Ewan McLeod. Gone a whole year already. Hard to believe. Local paper said it all. Mystery disappearance. Local man vanishes without a trace. Even had a picture of his pickup parked in the woods. Weird, isn't it? Could he still be out there? Or could it be more complicated than that? Uncle Alistair mentioned the council and that Highland land trust. Maybe Ewan got in the way somehow. Or maybe it's nothing to do with them at all. 46 years old. Not old at all. You'd think someone that age wouldn't just vanish. But it happened. Right here in Kinleg. Makes you wonder. Was it an accident? Did he go off somewhere deliberately? Or is there something more behind it all? Woods. Council. Maybe he didn't want to sell. Maybe someone wanted the farm badly enough that something happened. Crazy to think about, but you can't help wondering. And Margaret, she's been holding on to some things. Clues, letters, little bits of paper or photos apparently. No idea what they all mean yet, but they've got to help put some pieces together. Could be small stuff, could be big, who knows? And once I actually buy the farm, maybe there's more waiting there. Old tools, hidden notes, things left behind. I mean, this place could have its own secrets. Next season, who knows what I could find? Could be anything really. But not today. Today it's contracts, money to make and grass to cut. Need to focus, get these jobs done, earn enough, then everything else, including the farm, and maybe the rest of Ewan's story, will have to wait. Hey Fiona, what's up?
Liam, you're not going to believe what I just found. I was digging through some old newspapers at home, just seeing what was happening around here last year, and I came across this article from the Kinleg Chronicle. Headline says, Council faces allegations over land buyouts. Locals claim farms being sold without consent. Can you imagine?
Really? That's interesting. How old is it?
Month before Ewan went missing last year. I thought it was just old gossip at first, but now I don't know. Could be connected. Maybe someone on the council was trying to force him to sell, break down the farm. He refused. And, well, maybe something happened because of it.
Huh. A corrupt council member? That would explain a lot if true. Could definitely tie into why Ewan disappeared.
I'm just guessing at this stage, mind. Could be nothing. But it's the right timing, isn't it? Month before he vanished. And the whole farm thing. I dunno, Liam. It's fishy. Real fishy. Makes you wonder what people might have been willing to do to get their hands on it.
Yeah. That lines up with what Alistair said about the Highland Land Trust and council meddling. And Margaret trying to sell the farm now. Maybe there's more to this than anyone thought. Strange, the way it all connects.
Exactly. And how did you not hear about it? I found it tucked away in my papers just a month before his disappearance. Could be a lead. Could be nothing. But something tells me it's worth looking into.
Wow. That's actually really interesting, Fiona. Good eye. Makes me wonder what else is out there. Margaret's got some stuff too, I know, but if your theory's right, there could be a real pattern forming here. Could even explain why she's so careful about selling it. She wants someone she can trust on that land.
Exactly. I don't know the full story, Liam, but keep your eyes open. And maybe, when you get the chance, check that article for yourself. It might point to something bigger than just the disappearance. Just watch yourself while you're poking around.
Yeah, watch myself. Right. Fiona could be onto something. Month before he disappeared, council trouble. Makes sense why Margaret's cautious. Might be more than just an abandoned farm here.
All this detective work is very interesting. Definitely not what I was expecting when I arrived in Kinleg. But at least I've finished the contracts for the month. That's enough for now. Time to see how I'm doing on the bank balance. £58,895. Not bad. Not bad at all. Right then, think it's time to head into the village, get to the bank, and see if I can sort a loan. Then straight over to Margaret's house. Exciting times ahead.
Good morning, sir. How can I help you today?
Morning. I'm looking to take out my first loan. Need some extra funds to purchase a property. Abandoned farm just outside town.
Ah, I see. Do you have your details with you? Proof of income, accounts, that sort of thing?
Yes, of course. Here are my recent earnings and bank statements.
Right. Everything looks in order. You're eligible for a maximum loan of £80,000. I'd recommend spreading it over 2 years. Interest at 3.9% per annum. Monthly repayments would come to about £3,500, which is very manageable given your current balance.
That sounds good. 2 years at 3.9% works perfectly. I'll take it.
Excellent. We'll get the paperwork completed and transfer the funds. You'll have access immediately.
£138,895 in the bank. That's more like it. Enough to finally get the abandoned farm. Monthly repayments of £3,500. Not too bad at all. Right, next stop, Margaret's house. Let's see what she's got for me.
Just over the road from Uncle Alistair's, towards the lock. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Still, can't help feeling a bit nervous. Margaret's been holding on to these things from Ewan. A handwritten note, some papers, and that sealed envelope. Feels like there's more to all of this than just buying a farm. Could be a bigger mystery waiting for me. Let's hope I don't make a fool of myself. Right, almost there. Hello, Mrs. McLeod. Thanks for seeing me. I've got enough now. I'd like to go ahead and buy the farm, if you're still willing to sell.
Ah, yes, Liam. I think it's time. You've worked hard and I think I can trust you. But before we go through with the deed, I'd like you to take a look at a few things. Things I've been holding on to since Ewan disappeared. Just for safekeeping, you understand?
Of course. What have you got?
Here, a handwritten note from Ewan says, Margaret, check. If I'm not back by sundown, check in the deed box. They can't take what's ours. Signed E for Ewan.
Huh. All right. Interesting.
And there's this, an envelope I haven't opened, from the Highland Land Trust Limited Company, addressed to me with a red stamp seal. Been too scared to see what's inside. I want you to have it, Liam. Keep it safe, but maybe don't open it just yet.
Right. Okay. I won't. But can't help wondering what's inside.
It's not my problem now, Liam. You'll look after it, I trust. Sign here, and it's yours.
£101,000. Here we go. This is it. My farm. But I have no idea what I'm really stepping into.
Here it is at last. The old place. £101,000 for a farm folk around Kinleg haven't touched in a year. The field's rough, the building's tired, and the stories, well, those linger longer than the weather. This land once belonged to Ewan McLeod before he disappeared, and now it's mine to bring back to life. First morning on the yard, and it feels strange, you know? Quiet, proper quiet. Workshop's just here, tractor's tucked inside where I left it. Round the side, all the gear I've scraped together. Spray tank, front arms, sprayer, fertiliser spreader, the weeder, mower. Now, grain haul. Roof's seen better days. Walls too, but she's still standing, still usable. And this bit at the back. Aye, the drop-off pit. Cow barn's next. Indoor setup, but room for 69 cattle. Lastly, house time. Single garage here, just enough room for a wee car or quad. And the farmhouse, my own place. Right here in Kinlaig. This is it. My new home.
Right then. Plenty of work ahead if I'm going to turn this place into a proper functioning farm. First job on the list is cattle. I want to get some Highland calves in the barn early so they can grow over the next couple of years and hopefully make a bit back when they're ready to sell. Let's head down to the dealer and see what they've got on special today. That's interesting. Gowl G1015 bale wrapper. Round bales. And it's on special. 56% off. I'll take that. And while I'm at it, pallet of wrap. Big one here with 40 rolls. £3,900, but it'll last ages. Might as well stock up now. Right, let's get this wrapper hooked up. And the wrap pallet on the forks. There we go. I'll drop both of these at the yard, then I actually need to come straight back. I've been meaning to get myself a small trailer. Might have to buy some hay to get us started, but that's fine. You know, it hits me how big this place really is. Feels strange owning land with this much history tied to it. Part of me's excited, but another part keeps wondering what Ewan planned to do here before everything stopped. Here it is. Little bale trailer, no sides. Exactly what I need. £6,000? Done. And for the cows, I'll grab 2 large square bales of hay for £3,000 altogether, and 1 square bale of straw for £1,400. That should keep the little ones fed and bedded until I get things up and running. Let's get these stacked neatly. Highland cattle. I've always liked the idea of working with them. Proper tough animals, slow growers but steady. If I can raise a decent herd, they might be the thing that actually turns this farm around. But really, I can't rely on just animals forever. I need my own field soon. Something I can plant, harvest, and reinvest. Even if it means taking on more debt, I think it's worth it. This whole place needs a future, and that starts with a bit of confidence, and maybe a bit of risk too. Right, I should ring Fiona at the animal dealer. Better see if she's got any Highland calves in.
Hello, Fiona speaking.
Hi, Fiona, it's Liam. I've just bought that abandoned farm up the road and I'm looking to start a little herd. Have you got any Highland calves available? Newborns, preferably.
Oh, congratulations on the farm. Yes, I've actually got a good batch of Highland babies in, 0 months old. How many were you thinking?
10 would be ideal to start with.
10 is a tidy number. They're £300 each, and if you need delivery, I can run them over for £50 a head.
That'd be perfect. I don't have an animal trailer yet. So, £3,000 for the calves and £500 for delivery. I'm happy with that.
Lovely. I'll get them sorted and bring them to your yard once you give me the word.
Thanks, Fiona. Really appreciate it.
No trouble at all, Liam. See you soon.
Cheers. Speak soon.
Look at them. 10 little Highland calves, all brand new to the world. They've got their hay, plenty of space, and they're already full of energy. Can't wait to see how they grow over the next couple of years. 8.5 grand left in the bank isn't going to carry the farm for long. Better get back to work and bring some money in. Looks like a handful of deadwood contracts around Kinlaig too. Those'll keep me busy. Let's map this out. Yeah, that route should do. Fertiliser on the back, tractor prepped, time to head off. Hello?
Liam, my boy, just checking in. Heard you've settled into that abandoned farm of yours.
Oh, hi Uncle Alistair. Yeah, I'm in properly now. Picked up 10 Highland calves this morning. Feels good having animals of my own.
I'm delighted for you, though I'll admit the house is quieter without you around. Still, only a year it took you to get on your feet. I'm proud of you. And I've been hearing plenty from the local farmers too. Sounds like you've been helping half the valley with all these contract jobs.
Trying my best. I've built up a good bit of kit now, so I can take on a lot more than I could last year. Makes a difference having the right tools, and the money helps, obviously.
Of course it does. Now tell me, got your eye on anything next?
Well, I really want my own field. Something I can plant, harvest, reinvest into. But I'd probably need to take on more debt to get one.
There's nothing wrong with that, lad. Debt's only dangerous if you ignore it. If you keep the payments manageable, that field could pay for itself. More land means more crops. More crops means more money.
True. I've been thinking of starting simple anyway. The farm's got a silage pit already, so maybe I'll cut some grass and start filling it. Might need to buy a windrow and a forage wagon though.
That's a sound plan. Silage sells well. And for your cattle, get yourself a ted or two if you want proper hay. Feed them straight from the forage wagon. Keep them growing strong. You'll have a tidy operation running before long.
Thanks, Uncle. Really appreciate it.
Anytime, lad. Call me if you need anything.
Will do. Here we are, September already. Summer's fading, the farm's settling in, and there's plenty to do if I want to get ahead this season. Time to get back to it. Right, first things first. Let's see how the calves are doing. 1 month old now, all 10 of them, and they're nearly worth what I paid for them already. Plenty of work, but plenty of potential too. Time to have a look at the fields. That one at the back, owned by Katie, has peas ready to harvest. Field 16 is over £200,000. Can't afford that right now. Field 12 next door, £318,000. Even worse. Field 17 on the other side, £300,000. Field 13, £130,000. Field 14, £150,000. Field 10, £130,000. Field 9, £100,000. Cheapest, yes, but quite a way out. Still, something to keep in mind. I think 13 is looking like the best option for now, close enough to keep an eye on everything. Right, back to work. 1 deadwood job for Katie, right next to Field 13, and then 2 larger hoeing contracts, each over £6,000. That should put the bank balance back in a healthy spot. Let's hitch up and get moving. Still got that sealed letter from Margaret tucked away. Not sure when I'll open it. Not much point getting distracted right now with all these contracts. Maybe in winter, when things calm down. I'll see what's inside. If it's something from the Highland Trust, could be connected to land deals. The council, trying to buy out farms without consent. That article about disputes in Kinleg. Maybe that's what happened to Ewan McLeod. He could have been fighting to keep his land and ended up caught in a mess. And now I've bought the same farm, the same land. Could be some of that pressure is passed on to me. Margaret must have known something was coming if she was keen to sell it. Secrets hidden in plain sight, it seems. Who knows what else might be tied up with this farm. For now, I've got calves to feed, contracts to complete, and a lot of work ahead. But it's worth keeping one eye on these things. The more I get to know this farm, the more I'll see how much history, and maybe trouble, comes with it. Right, all contracts done and payments collected. That should give the bank a nice boost. Now, I've been thinking it's time to get a proper cultivator. Let's head over to the shop and see what's available. Ah, here we go. John Deere 980, £9,500, 4 metre working width, 110 horsepower. My tractor's a bit underpowered, but it should just about manage.
There's plenty of cultivating contracts to keep me busy with the new cultivator, and it should pay for itself in no time. Already 4 jobs on the board, 1 from Noah, 3 from Walter. All decent pay, but the fields are fairly big, so it'll probably take most of the month to get everything done. At least, once these are finished, there'll be a nice big payout to help chip away at the bank loan and start saving for more gear to get this farm fully up and running. Hello?
Hi Liam, Walter here. How's it going? Thanks for picking up these contracts. I've just got too much on my plate right now, so it's great to have someone willing to help in the area. Heard some good things from Katie and David too. The work you've already done has been top-notch.
Thanks, Walter. I'm settling in nicely now. The farm's coming together, and these contracts are keeping me busy.
I also heard from the locals that you bought the abandoned farm. You knew Ewan McLeod, right? That was strange when he disappeared. Just his truck left in the woods and no sign of him for a year. Really odd.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's a bit of a mystery.
Here's something you might want to consider. I used to talk to Ewan quite a lot. He was a good friend of mine and the others. Proper local farmer through and through. But he was always protective of his workshop. You're probably parking your tractor there?
Yeah, that's where I've been storing it.
Exactly. He never let us in there. Makes you wonder if he was hiding something inside that he didn't want anyone to see. And mind you, this was only a few months before he disappeared. Could be stuff going on behind the scenes we didn't know about. Might be worth looking around the farm if you're curious.
Margaret seems to think something's going on too. That could be why she was so desperate to sell it. Maybe she knows more than she's letting on.
Sounds about right. Anyway, have a look when you get the chance. Once your contracts settle down, maybe in winter, you'll have more time. And let me know if you need any help. I'm glad you've been able to tackle all these cultivating jobs. I simply didn't have the time myself.
Will do. Thanks, Walter. I'll keep an eye out and see what I can find.
Right, all 4 cultivating jobs are done. Took me the whole month, but a nice big payout's on the way. Feels good to wrap September up like this. Excited to see what October brings. Hopefully some more work and a chance to make a real difference with the farm. October's here already. Winter's creeping closer and the mornings are getting colder. Everything's starting to slow down and contracts might start to dry up. So I need to make sure I bring in as much money as I can before the frost hits. The farm's looking good though. The barns are still in a bit of a state, but the calves are healthy and I have a nice assortment of equipment already. Excited to see how things develop over the next few months, but I need to stay on top of it all. Katie's peas have withered and haven't been harvested. I better give her a call and see if she's alright, or if she needs a hand with the field.
Hello?
Hi Katie, it's Liam. I was just looking at your field out by the farmyard. Noticed the peas haven't been harvested. Everything alright? Need any help?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Just haven't had time. Honestly, it's all a bit overwhelming at the moment. If you want to, you could take a contract and cultivate it for me.
That's a shame. Such a good plot wasted. I'd love to buy it someday.
Well, it's my land. Things are hard in Kinleg right now, and the Highland Land Trust's been on my back about that plot. But I don't want to talk about it. Please, just stay out of my business.
Alright, I understand. I'll leave it be for now. Interesting. If it's causing her trouble, it could be because it's so close to my farm. Something to keep in mind. Anyway, time to move on, and at least I can help Katie out by doing this cultivating job for her. Bit of cash for me, and helping out a local farmer in need. Hopefully she's okay. Now, I think it's finally time to pull the trigger on Field 13. I'm going to head to the bank and see if I can get a bigger loan. Field 13 looks perfect, just the right location, and it will really help expand the farm. Hello. I was hoping to borrow £110,000 over 2 years.
£110,000 is a sizable loan, but you've got a solid asset history. Your farm and equipment are acceptable collateral. The monthly payments would be an additional £4,860, bringing your total to £8,389 for the next 2 years.
Right, that's a big commitment, but I think it's worth it.
Very well, loan approved.
Here we go, £130,000, and field 13 is officially mine.
Green beans currently planted. Nice crop, but the harvester is way too expensive. Almost £500,000. Even leasing it is out of reach. For now, I'll just take some soil samples to see what we're working with. Right, £800 to lease the sampler. Should give me a good idea of the soil before we plant anything proper. Field 13. It's officially ours. And now the work really begins. Right, here we are. First time on my own field. Feels good just driving across it, seeing it from this angle. Can't harvest these peas, so this month it'll just be about getting the soil ready. Might as well get it cultivated into proper soil and start fresh. Next month, I reckon it'll just about be the right time to plant grass before winter really sets in. That way it'll get established, and come next year, we should be able to cut it a few times. Hopefully it'll give a decent amount of silage for the calves, and maybe even a little to sell for extra profit. Silage is always useful around here. Keeps the cows fed and generates a bit of money too. Really need to take good care of this one. It's mine now, not a contract field, not someone else's problem. Seeing the farmhouse in the distance, the yard. It's a great feeling knowing I can make my own decisions here. Every decision I make now affects how well this farm will run next year. Right, that's all the soil data collected. Let's hitch up the cultivator and get this field sorted. First time cultivating my own land. Feels a little special. Got to make sure it's done properly. Field 13, a blank slate. I can plant what I like here, start fresh, and really build something. Contracts have been great, but there's nothing like working your own land. Grass for silage is the plan, and I want it to grow strong. This is going to make a real difference for the calves next year, and for the farm in general. My own field, my own choices, my own future. Looking at options for the next step. Dalbo Maxi Roll 630 green line. Grass roller and cedar combination if I add the additional unit. Total cost comes to £21,000. Definitely doable, but I'll need to make sure there's enough money coming in from contracts to cover the 2 loans and still leave at least £8,500 in the bank each month. Right, let's see what's available. 2 cultivating contracts, a fertilising contract, and 3 hoeing contracts. That should keep me busy and make enough to stay on top of the loans and save for the grass roller. Time to hit the road and get to work. Means I can't just spend freely. I'll need to get back into doing contract work this month, bring in enough money to cover the loan payments and save for the grass roller. Then I can plant in November before the end of the year. No shortcuts if I want this farm to grow properly.
Hello, Liam. How's the farm coming along?
Hi Margaret, it's going well thanks. Busy but good. I actually wanted to ask you about something. Have you ever noticed anything unusual around the farm? Or anything Ewan might have left behind before he disappeared?
Well, now that you mention it, there is something I remembered. Ewan used to go up into the attic quite often. He always carried a tin full of old photographs. But I never saw what was inside. I never looked either. I guess I just trusted he had his reasons.
Photographs, huh? Maybe there's something in there that could give us a clue about what happened to him. Funny, Walter mentioned that Ewan was always very protective of his workshop too. Do you know why?
Oh, yes. Not even I went into that shed. It was always his space, so I let him have it. But now that you mention it, maybe there was something in there worth checking out. Anything to find out what happened to my husband. It's been so hard without him recently. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. He ran the farm, I ran the house. It all worked so well together. And now, I'm alone. Liam, if you find anything, any clue about him, please, would you share it with me?
Of course, Margaret. I'll do my best. I think once things settle down for winter, I'll have some time to go through the attic and see if there's anything in the photographs. I also plan to take a careful look in the shed, see if there's anything in the workshop that might help.
That would mean a lot to me, Liam. I want to know what happened. Even the smallest clue would help.
I understand. I'll keep an eye out and be thorough. I haven't opened the red sealed envelope yet either. I've been too busy, and I'm a bit wary of what might be inside. But I will get to it at some point.
Ah, the envelope. Yes, I wondered about that. And Liam, that field next to your yard, the one Katie owns, you mentioned she seemed a little defensive about it.
Yes, she was. Quite firm. She mentioned the Highland Land Trust and didn't want me interfering.
Oh, yes. She's owned that field a long time. Ewan always wanted it because it was so close, but she would never have sold it to him. Maybe she's having the same issues he was having with the council or the land trust. Let's just hope nothing happens to Katie anytime soon.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. For now, I'll focus on the contracts and the farm. Then once winter arrives, I can start looking around properly.
Thank you, Liam. It really means a lot. Please stay safe and let me know if you find anything.
I will, Margaret. Take care.
Right, last fertilising job, then all 6 contracts are done. 2 cultivating, 3 hoeing, and this one. Big month. Busy, but it's paid off. Margaret called earlier. She was telling me about Ewan, the attic photographs he kept, and the workshop he was always so protective of. It really makes you think. There might be clues up there, or in the shed, about what actually happened to him. She's been through so much, and it's hard to imagine what she's had to deal with all these years. I'll take a proper look once winter settles in, and I've got a bit of time on my hands. Contracts are all complete now, time to turn them in, and that's a really good payday. Money in the bank, loans covered, and a nice buffer to get the farm ready for the winter months. October's been tough, but productive. The calves are growing, the silage pit's looking good, and field 13 is ready for planting next month. Feels good to have everything in place before winter really sets in. Well, I found the tin of photographs in the attic, just like Margaret said. Got them with me now. Very interesting stuff in there. Doesn't give away too much. Let's check on the Highland cattle. They're 3 months old now, and even at this age, I'd make a decent profit if I sold them. Once they start reproducing over the next couple of years, these guys are going to be worth a lot. Time to head to the shop. First on the list, we need the Dalbo Maxi Roll 630, and we're adding the cedar unit to it. Total cost, £21,000, but it's cheaper than the other cedars, and it's perfect for grass. We'll also need seeds, £1,260. Once we've got all that, we can take it back to the farm and plant our very first field with grass, just in time before winter sets in. Right, let's get this field done. First proper planting on my own land. Feels good. Winter's approaching, so getting grass in now will set us up nicely for next year's silage and cattle feed. Now, about these photos I found in the attic. First one is Ewan in the middle, surrounded by 4 friends. Can't recognise any of them, but maybe the local farmers will. One even looks like Walter. Could be interesting to figure out who these people were. Maybe they had some connection to him before he disappeared. This photo is old, not recent, but it shows he had close ties. Maybe it'll help uncover more about what happened to him. Second photo. A winding road with green fields either side. A red barn in the distance. Looks familiar. I think I've seen something like this around Kinleg. Maybe that barn or the land around it holds some clue. Something from the past that Ewan was involved in. I'll need to keep my eyes open when I have time to explore. Could be nothing, but could also be important. Third and final photo. This one's interesting. It's Ewan's workbench in the workshop. Looks just like the one in the shed here. There's an arrow pointing to 2 boxes with a label saying the key. If that key's still there, it might open something important. Maybe documents, maybe something else.
Both Margaret and Walter said he never let anyone into this workshop, but now it's mine. Once the month settles down, I'll have a proper look and see what's inside. Could be very useful, or maybe it'll just add more questions. Either way, I'm intrigued. While all this is going on, the grass will be in, and I can start planning the next steps. Now it's time to focus on contracts. I've just accepted a big cultivating job from Walter and 2 mowing contracts from other local farmers. Only £4,300 in the bank, so getting these done before November ends should put me back on track to cover my loans and keep the farm running smoothly. Let's head out and get them done.
Hello Liam, just checking in. How's the farm coming along? Heard anything more about McLeod?
Well, Uncle, there's been a lot going on. I found a tin of photographs in the attic Margaret mentioned. One shows Ewan with some old friends, another's of a road and barn I might know, and the third, the workshop workbench, with an arrow pointing to 2 boxes labelled The Key. Margaret thinks there could be clues in them, and I'm planning to check the workshop once things settle down.
Sounds like there's quite a bit happening. Be careful, Liam. I know the area's quiet, but all these mysteries around the abandoned farm, you don't want to rush into anything.
Yeah, I'll be careful. On top of that, I noticed Katie's field right next to the farm. Her peas withered, hadn't been harvested. She got defensive when I asked, mentioned the Highland Land Trust. I can't help feeling she might be hiding something too.
You could be right. Always pays to stay cautious. Kinlaig seems quiet, but there's always something happening behind the scenes.
Exactly. I'm intrigued to see if this key in the workshop boxes could tell me anything. Could be important, could just be another puzzle.
Just take your time, stay safe, and keep your wits about you. Sounds like you've got a lot on your plate, but I'm glad the farm's running well.
Will do, Uncle. Thanks for checking in. Take care. All right, back to work. Let's finish these contracts and get the month wrapped up. This November has been a bit of a grind with all these contracts, but the farm's looking good. These calves are thriving, the grass is in, and hopefully all this work will set us up nicely for winter. A few more months like this and the farm will really be running smoothly. All right, let's collect these. Cultivating, mowing, there we go. That's November wrapped up with a decent payout. Just what we needed to keep on top of the loans. Back at the farm. Let's get this mower parked. Right, now to the workshop. I want to see if I can find anything that matches those boxes in the photo. If there's something important, I need to get a look before winter fully sets in. Could be clues left behind by Ewan. There it is. 2 workbenches just like in the photograph. Never thought to actually look closely at these. Let's have a look and see what's inside. Looks just like the photo. Let's see. Ah, there's something inside. A key. Just like the photo said. Rusted. Old. But what does it open? Could be anything. Winter's here. Cold mornings, frost on the ground, quiet around the farm. Best start with the cattle and make sure they're all right. They've grown well. 4 months old already. Looking at the market now, the price has almost doubled since I got them. Field 13's coming along nicely. Grass is thickening up, green despite the frost, and the yield potential is looking pretty promising. Should be a good cut come spring if it keeps growing like this. For now, more work for the local farmers. 2 jobs nearby. Cultivating Field 14 and Field 10. Later in the month, I've got 3 more jobs lined up when I have more time around Kinleg. But first, focus on the ones nearby. Keeps travel short and work steady. Can't afford wasted trips. First job of the month. Field 10. Just down the road. Shouldn't take too long, but it's important to get it done right. Every job counts. Every pound counts. Can't be leaving things half finished. Let's get going. Grace, hey, everything all right?
Hey, just needed someone to talk to. The farm's been A lot. And sorry about my rant the other day.
I know, I understand. I feel awful leaving you to handle it all on your own.
It's been busy, yeah. Animals, schedules, the crops. It's a lot for one person. But I'm managing.
You shouldn't have had to. I should have stayed longer.
You had a flight, Liam. Scotland wasn't some holiday. Godric knew you were going. You were supposed to go. And honestly, staying longer at the farm back then wouldn't have changed what happened with him.
Yeah, but leaving you alone to deal with all of this, I hate that. Hope's got a baby to care for, and you're here keeping the farm going alone. It doesn't sit right.
I get it. It wasn't ideal, but I'm handling it. You staying longer wouldn't have helped me, or Hope, or Ethan. It would have just worn you out.
Still feels like I ran away. Like I left everyone drowning while I left for Scotland.
No. You stayed through the immediate aftermath. You made sure Godric was stable. You helped Hope through the first hours. You did what mattered. Then you left because you had to. You didn't abandon anyone.
Does Hope think I abandoned them?
No, she understands. She knows you were there when it mattered. And she knows I've got the farm covered. She appreciates it, trust me.
I'll make it up to you. To both of them. I promise.
I know you will. Just check in when you can, okay? Don't disappear on us.
You have my word.
Thanks, Liam. Talk soon.
Yeah. Bye. Leaving Grace alone. It still eats at me. She's been so understanding, but I can't stop thinking about it. Godric. Lying there in Montana, and I'm here, 1,000 miles away. I should have stayed longer. I should have done more. And Hope, and little Ethan, leaving them to deal with all of this while I ran off to start my own thing. I feel like a terrible friend. Like I've let everyone down. But maybe she's right. Godric was excited for me. Excited that I'd be starting my own adventure in Kinleg after all he's done. He believed in me, even now. I hope he wakes up. I hope I get to see him again, talk to him like old times, laugh at all the stupid things we used to do. Godric, I hope you can hear me thinking about you, hoping, willing you to come back. Last one done. 5 jobs this month. Long month. Dark nights, cold mornings. But that's December done. Time to head back. Turn in the contracts, collect the rewards, and get some rest. The new year's almost here. January. Fresh start. New fields to plant, animals to check, contracts to take. Maybe it'll be a good year. If Godric wakes up, maybe he can see how far we've all come. I just have to keep going, one step at a time. Wait, what's that? Did I imagine that? No, that was real, wasn't it? Or was it? Was it Godric? Hello? Anyone there? Who's... No, no one's here. Must be my imagination. Surely it was my imagination. That gave me the creeps. Nothing. Just the wind, shadows. I'm seeing things. All this talk about Godric. I miss him.
Whatever that was, it wasn't right. Something's going on at this farm. I can feel it. And I don't know if it's in my head or if something here is actually watching me.
January already. Sunny morning, fresh air, and just under 30 grand in the bank. Not a bad start to the year. And look at these guys. 10 beautiful Highland calves. They're coming along really well. Strong, healthy, proper little beasts. I've been going back and forth on what tractor I want next. I keep coming back to the New Holland T8000 series. The fent's been good, but it's not going to cut it forever. That reversing speed alone drives me mad. 111,500. Big price, but what a machine. Could get it on hire purchase, but not with the 2 loans I'm already carrying. Last thing I need is another payment hanging over my head. Maybe next year. No rush. Right. Think I'll head into town. Been a while since I've checked in on Uncle Alistair. Good excuse to stretch the legs and see how he's getting on. Kinlaig's such a beautiful place. Even with all the stories, all the mysteries people go on about. Never gets old coming down here.
Well now, look who's decided to show their face. Haven't seen you in a good couple of months, lad.
Yeah, been busy settling in at the farm. It's been a lot, but I'm getting there.
Aye, I can see that. You've really started making it your own. Heard you bought Field 13, planted grass in it too. Growing well, I hear?
Yeah, it's coming through nicely. Should be ready for silage and hay in spring.
And good on you for taking those loans. Big risk, but it'll pay off. Just keep up with the contract work and you'll do fine.
That's the plan. Hey, speaking of things I've been meaning to sort, Margaret gave me this envelope. Red seal on it. Said she didn't want to open it herself.
Red seal, you say? That sounds dodgy. You should probably open it soon. Could be something important.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same.
Tell you what, while you've got the time, take a drive out to the old Kinleg castle behind me on the docks. Beautiful spot. Good place to clear your head. And maybe open that envelope.
I haven't been yet. Maybe I should go have a look.
Aye, and take a fishing rod. No sense going all the way out there without catching something.
All right, castle it is. Maybe it's finally time to see what's inside that envelope, and maybe get a bit of fishing in while I'm at it.
Feels like it's been ages since I properly explored any of Kinleg. Mostly just tractors, fields, and contracts. Never really had the time to look around. Castle's just up the road. Might be a good chance to clear my head and finally open this envelope Margaret gave me. Been sitting with me for weeks, been bugging me, but I've been a bit too scared to open it. Today seems like the right time. Weather's decent, and I've got my fishing rod too. Might as well make a proper day of it. Well, this is it. Just like ripping off a band-aid. Let's open this thing up and see what's inside. From the Highland Land Trust Limited, Regional Office. Dear Mrs. McLeod, this letter serves as a formal notice regarding the farm you own. As previously communicated, the trust development timeline cannot proceed until you sign over the deed to us. We must insist you reconsider our offer, which remains well above the market valuation given the circumstances. We note your continued refusal to engage with our representatives. This is not an acceptable position, and the Trust is prepared to implement enforcement measures should no agreement be reached within 21 days of this notice. For your own sake, we strongly recommend cooperation. Signed, R. Calder, Regional Director, Highland Land Trust Limited. So that's why Margaret wanted out so quickly. Enforcement measures. Resolve obstructions. What does that even mean? If they were pushing her that hard, what happens now that I own the place? Am I next? What do they even need it for? This isn't just a letter. Something's going on here. And if they came after her, and Ewan disappeared, I might be walking straight into it now. But it's my land. I can't just ignore it. I'll have to be careful, keep my eyes open, and see where this goes.
Hello, Fiona. How's it going?
Oh, Liam. I was just thinking about you and the farm. How's the abandoned place coming along? Settling in all right?
It's going well. Slowly getting it sorted. Getting the cows settled and the field under control. I actually went out to Kinleg Castle today. Bit of a day trip. Cleared my head. And finally opened that envelope from Margaret.
You opened it? Do tell, Liam. What did it say?
It's from the Highland Land Trust. Basically, they were demanding Margaret hand over the farm. Offered above market value, but she refused. Now the letter says they're prepared to take enforcement measures if no agreement is reached in 21 days.
Good heavens, that's brutal. Usually they just ask, offer a little pressure, but they don't threaten people outright.
I'll call if anything changes. Thanks. Finished the last of the contract jobs, tidied up a few fields, and got some proper work done around the farm. Animals are settled, everything's looking healthier, and the bank's sitting at £25,000. Not bad at all. Ready to move into February, keep building, and see where this year takes the farm. February's here. The mornings are crisp, clear skies, and the farm's quiet but ready to wake up. Plenty to do this month, keeping the fields healthy, getting the animals fed, and making sure everything's in shape for spring. It's a fresh start after January, and there's a lot to look forward to. First job this month, fertilizing my own grass field. Field 13's the one I planted last year, and if I want a good cut in spring, I need to make sure it's ready to grow. Soil's been resting, so now it's time to give it a proper boost. Heading out to Field 13 now. Can already imagine it in a few months. Thick, healthy grass ready to cut. That reminds me, I've got a mower, but I'm not sure it'll be good enough long term. Might need to upgrade in a year or two. A bigger mower, windrow, forage wagon, either on hire purchase or outright if I can manage. For hay for the Highland cattle, I'll also need a tedder to dry some of the grass and make enough feed. They're running low, and I don't want to risk the herd. This farm, it's beautiful, but there's still a lot I don't know. That figure I saw in the darkness in December, was it real or my imagination? Is someone watching? And the Highland Land Trust, are they going to come after me like they did Margaret and Ewan? Or will it be something else entirely? Could be dangerous. I just don't know. But I can't dwell on it too much. For now, I need to focus on the work. It's a beautiful place, Kinleg, this part of Scotland. Land like this, fresh air, the sound of the river and the hills. I've got to make the most of my time here, especially after what happened in Montana with Godric and Grace. There's plenty to worry about, but farming keeps me grounded.
And with that, more deadwood contracts to keep me busy throughout the month. 5 of them should be a nice little income to cover the loan payments for February. Not much else, but it keeps things moving. Time to get on with these and help the locals clear their trees.
Liam!
Hey, Giles. Wow, it's been ages. I completely forgot to call you. Being caught up with everything. Montana, Godric, moving to Scotland. Sorry for disappearing.
Yeah, I figured you were busy. But seriously, man, 2 years without a call?
Yeah, well, Godric's still in a coma. Grace is looking after the farm over there. I had to move out here and get my own farm sorted. It's been a lot. But Scotland's been good. Beautiful place. Kinlaig's amazing. It's something else. Full of history, but strange at times. Mysterious too.
Mysterious?
The Highland Land Trust is aggressive, sending formal notices, talking enforcement measures. Not sure what's really going on, and the farm, well, it's quiet. But sometimes it feels like someone's watching. And Ewan disappearing. Still haunting me a bit.
Keep your head down.
and take care of yourself.
Will do, Giles. Thanks for checking in. Means a lot. Funny, being out here, working in these woods. This is the same area Ewan went missing. Just up the hill there, they found his truck. Hard to believe it's been almost 2 years. No one's heard from him since. Makes you wonder, could he still be around? Or something worse? Could be hiding in the mountains or, well, who knows? All right, contracts turned in, money accounted for, February's done, deadwood cleared, bank topped up a bit, and the farm's still standing. Now, time to head home, rest up, and get ready for March. More work ahead, but at least it's a start. March is here. Loans are biting hard. £9,000 a month just to keep things moving. It's a lot, but if it's worth it, hopefully it will pay off in the end. The farm's got potential. Look at these cattle, 7 months old now, looking really healthy, worth almost £1,000 each. I'll look after them for another couple of years at least before even thinking about selling. Field 13's looking good. Thick, strong growth. Should be ready to harvest in April. If everything keeps going as it is, this'll be a nice cut. Money's tight. Only 22 grand in the bank, so contracts are the way to keep it moving. 2 round bale wrapping contracts available this month. First time I get to use the wrapper here in Kinleg. Field 6 and Field 31. Perfect. Time to get moving and make the most of it. Wrapping's familiar. Did plenty back in Montana. Smaller farm here, but the process is the same. Pallet full of wrap, bales ready. Let's get this done. First time doing it out here. Wind's light, sun's low. Nice conditions. While we're out here wrapping, I just want to give a big shout out to some of our NextGen legends. Raven Eye Aerials, The Macabre Tavern, Jamie Morpeth, Dylan Bove, Spectra the Ice Knight, Jadan Colorado, C Senpai, and Jaden Sig. A massive thank you for all your support, you legends. Really appreciate you sticking with the farm and all the adventures here in Kinleg. Makes all the hard work feel worth it, knowing there's people out there cheering it on. Heading up to Field 31 now. That hilltop looks familiar. Wait, that ruined barn up there. It's like the photo I found in Ewan McLeod's photo tin. Wrong angle from here, but could be the same building. Might have changed a lot in the years since that photo was taken, but it's interesting. Really makes you wonder what was going on back then. Now I can't stop thinking about that rusted key I found in Ewan's barn. What could that be for? Maybe after finishing these contracts, I'll head up and take a closer look at the castle, or ruined barn, whatever it is. Right, that's Field 31 wrapped up. Everything's lined up neatly, all the bales accounted for. Now, parking up here, this spot, it's almost exactly where the photo was taken. Angle's a little off, but you can see it. This ruined barn or castle, whatever it was. Definitely the same place. Must have been taken years ago. A lot's changed since then, but the shape, the stones, the way it sits on the hilltop, it's unmistakable. Looking around, doesn't seem like there's anything hidden. Just ruins, just stones and broken walls. I doubt there's anything left here that I could open with that rusted key. Seems like plenty of people have been through these ruins over the years. No secret doors, no hidden boxes that I can see.
At least, not for now. Still, interesting to think what this place used to be. Some sort of castle? Could it even be rebuilt? The foundations are solid enough in parts, at least it looks that way. And from this side, looking over the edge, I can see all the way down to the farm. That view puts things in perspective, makes the farm look smaller, and over on this side, the Kinleg Valley stretches out, hills rolling into the distance.
Right, those 2 bale wrapping contracts are done. Got the payments in? Always satisfying to see that money move into the bank. Looks like there's a fertilizing contract available, and 2 hoeing jobs. Might as well take them. All 3 should keep me busy and get some steady income for the month. Time to hitch up the weeder and head to field 10 first. First hoeing job, field 10. Shouldn't take too long, but better get it done properly. Hello, Uncle Alistair.
Liam, did you open that envelope from Margaret? What did it say? Tell me everything, lad.
Well, it's from the Highland Land Trust. It was basically a formal notice to Margaret about her farm. And now that I own it, it applies to me. They're insisting she, or I, sign over the deed. They're prepared to take enforcement action.
Forceful, you say? That's not normal, Liam. Usually these trusts negotiate, they don't threaten. If they're this heavy-handed, there's something else going on. You need to watch your back. I've heard whispers about them, strange dealings in the past, and if you're onto something with Ewan McLeod disappearing, this could be linked. We need to be careful. Let's hope they don't come knocking at your door.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes open. I just didn't expect it to be so direct. Makes you wonder what they were really after with Ewan, and why Margaret felt she had no choice but to sell.
Keep your wits about you. Don't take any risks unnecessarily, and let me know if anything seems off.
Thanks. Talk soon.
Alright, last job of the month. Just need to get this fertilizing done, then we can finally call it a wrap.
What the? Is that someone in the garden?
Hey, who are you? Show yourself. Whoa, what the? No, someone was right here. I swear I saw... Godric? No, that's ridiculous. He's in a coma, Liam, get a grip. Alright, where'd you go then? Come on. Anyone here? Nothing. Brilliant. Losing my mind on my own front lawn. These long hours, and thinking about Godric lying there every night. It's messing with me. I've got to stop doing this to myself. Okay, no chance I'm doing that fertilizing job. But the 2 weeding ones, done. Turn those in. New month, fresh start. April. Please, for once, just be normal. Spring at last, and would you look at that? The whole place finally feels alive again. Grass is up, sun's out, and for once the farm doesn't look like it's about to collapse in on itself. Field 13 is looking perfect for a first cut. Honestly, days like this should feel good. And they do, mostly. If only these weird flashes of Godric would stop creeping into my head every 5 minutes. I know it's just guilt, or stress, or something, but it's getting old fast. Still, no point dwelling. April's here, and I've got work to do. First job of spring, get this little mower hooked up. It's tiny, so this is going to take a wee while, but it'll do the job. Field 13 is all grass, and cutting it now should set me up nicely. Plan is simple enough. Cut the whole thing, then I'm thinking I'll head into the shop and grab myself a tedder and a windrow. Probably ted half the field into hay, keep the rest as straight grass, then windrow the lot so I can scoop it up with a forage wagon. Only problem is, I don't actually own a tedder, a windrow, or a forage wagon. So that's 3 bits of kit I've got to sort out today. Money-wise, well, I've got 24.5 grand sitting in the bank, which sounds nice until you remember how bloody expensive farm equipment is. The tedder and windrow shouldn't break the bank too badly,
But that forage wagon? Yeah, I'm not buying that outright. I'll have to grab it on hire purchase. Luckily, the model I'm looking at isn't too pricey, but still, everything adds up. Story of my life these days.
Right, that's the tedder picked up. 6 grand down the drain. And the windrow. 9 grand. Cheers to that. Alright, tedder on the front, windrow on the back. Oh, now hang on. Look at this. If I leave the tedder up front and the windrow on the back, I could ted the grass into hay in front of me and row it up behind me at the same time. That's actually genius. Proper farmer efficiency, this. I might actually save myself a couple hours here. Imagine that. Me being efficient. Mark the date. 2 laps in, let's see how this is. Wait, why is it all still green? No. The tedder doesn't even work going backwards. Of course it doesn't. Oh, brilliant. So I've just driven around like an absolute clown, spinning grass at the wrong end of the machine. Yep, there it is. Grass on the left, proper hay on the right from when I accidentally lifted it the right way for a second. Right, enough of that. Windrow goes down for later. Tedder on the back, where it actually works. Let's make some real hay this time. I'll ted a few rows down the middle, keep the outer ring as grass. Mixed load never hurt anyone. Alright, let's get stuck in. Again.
Hey Liam, just thought I'd call and see how you're getting on.
Margaret, hey, just working out in the field. Glad you called because, well, I opened the envelope.
Oh Liam, I feared you might. What did you find in it?
It's from the Highland Land Trust. Pretty forceful stuff. They wanted you to hand over the deed to the farm, offering above market value, but the wording was rough. Said if no agreement was made within 21 days, they'd take enforcement measures. No delay, no more correspondence. Basically, sign it over or else.
I feared as much. That's why I couldn't bring myself to open it. They were pushing Ewan hard near the end, harder than anyone realised. He didn't tell me everything, but I knew something was wrong.
Why didn't you warn me it was that serious?
Because I didn't want to scare you off, Liam. You were so excited to take on the farm. And I thought, maybe it was all over with Ewan gone. But hearing this, I'm not so sure.
I'm not selling, Margaret. And if they come after me, I'll deal with it. But I'm glad I know the truth.
Just promise me you'll be careful, Liam. That land's got history, and not all of it good. I don't want anything happening to you.
I will. And if anything else surfaces, you'll be the first to know. Right, forage wagon time. Only 9.5 grand left in the bank, so hire purchase it is. Option 1 looks decent. £33,000 total, monthly cost 2.5, and only a £1,600 deposit. Manageable enough, and this thing's going to be vital. While I'm here, might as well grab some silage additive too. Need everything in my favour to get the best yield possible this season. Kilted pistons always looks tidy. Helpful bunch in here. Good to finally get a proper forage wagon sorted. Means no messing around trying to move grass with half measures. With spring coming in properly, everything's falling into place. Fields looking strong, cattle are growing nicely, and now I've actually got the kit to bring the hay in properly. Additive stored, nice and neat. Now straight out to field 13 and start picking up these rows. Been a long time coming seeing this field ready to harvest properly. Almost a year of those cattle growing, and now I can finally get their feed sorted myself. Once this is all stored, it opens doors. Not just for the cattle, but for the next step I've been holding off on. Goat yoga. I know it sounds mad, but it might actually work. You can buy a goat barn for £50,000, raise them, breed them, and they only eat hay, which we'll finally have plenty of.
Fiona can sort me out with the stock, no doubt about it. Then once they're settled in, we can sell goat milk, make cheese, all the usual. But the real plan is the business. Goat yoga classes. Build a proper little studio on the farm for visitors. Bring people in from Kinlaig and the surrounding towns. Bit of wellness, bit of fun, something unique. Could be the extra income I really need. And who knows, maybe it'll turn into something big around here.
That's the last of the hay dropped off. And look at them. These beautiful Highland cows, nearly full-grown adults. Now they're worth about 1,100 each and growing in value every day. We managed to bring in about 42,000 litres of hay for them. That should keep them fed for several months at least, which is a massive relief. Time to get back out there and start hauling all that grass into the silage pit. Need to get it packed in tight and fermenting as soon as possible. Once it turns, that'll be a proper income source. Silage sales around here are solid, and with additive in the mix, we should get a cracking yield.
Grace? Hey, good to hear from you. Everything all right?
Hi, Liam. Yeah, I'm okay. Just checking in. Thought I'd hear your voice for a change. It's been a while.
Sorry about that. Been meaning to call, just been wrapped up in everything here. How's Montana? How's everything going on Godric's farm?
Actually, better. I've hired some help. 2 blokes from up the road, and one of the neighbors has been dropping by daily. People really stepped up. The place is running smoother than it has in months.
That's good to hear. Really good. I've been worrying about you managing everything on your own.
I was drowning for a while, I'll be honest. But it's manageable now. And Godric.
Any updates?
Doctor said he's stable. No change. Still deep under. They're doing everything they can, but nothing new.
Yeah, I figured. I still think about him every day. Wish I'd done things differently. Wish I'd stayed longer, said more.
Liam, stop. You leaving wasn't selfish. You needed to go. Godric wanted you to live your life, not drown in his. And he'd be proud of what you're building out there, trust me.
Yeah, I know. It's just, lately, Grace, I keep thinking about him more than usual. Couple of nights now, I swear I've seen a figure on the farm. Near the garden, near the barns, just standing there. For a split second, I thought it was Godric. Like he turned up somehow.
Liam, oh love, that's just the stress. You've got a lot on your mind. You miss him. That kind of thing plays tricks on you.
Yeah, I know. Must be my imagination. But it felt so real in the moment. Startles you, you know?
I get it. But don't scare yourself. You're alone out there most days. Anyone would start seeing things. Just breathe. Stay grounded. And remember, you're not alone in this. Call me anytime, okay?
Thanks, really. And if anything changes with Godric, ring me straight away.
Of course. Take care of yourself, Liam.
You too, Grace. Talk soon.
All right, that's the rolling finished. Field's looking good now. Everything that needed turning, cutting and hauling is done, and all that grass is tucked away in the bunker silo, fermenting nicely.
Last bit for the month. A few contracts. 1 spraying job and 3 weeding jobs lined up for the locals. Shouldn't take too long, but these months have been long already, and the loans don't wait.
Even with the long days, it's all starting to feel worth it. The farm's taking shape, the animals are sorted, the silage pit's full, and that means I can finally start thinking properly about the next step. Goat yoga. Aye, it sounds ridiculous every time I say it out loud, but imagine it. Folk coming up to Kinleg for a bit of yoga in the fresh Highland air, with goats wandering around the mats. Could be something special. I've already been sketching out ideas. Goat barn's £50,000, so that'll take some saving. But once it's built, Fiona can sort me out with a good starter herd. they only need hay, which we finally have plenty of. Then the milk, the cheese, the breeding, all sorts of opportunities. And once the studio's built, we could run proper goat yoga classes here on the farm. Might bring people in from all around the valley. And between you and me, I've even started designing some goat yoga merchandise. Just mock-ups for now, but shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, the whole lot. If folk want something personalised, I can sort that too. Would be brilliant to see these things flying off the shelves one day. Another income stream, and something fun to build alongside the farm itself. After everything with Godric, it's good to feel like I'm building something real here. Something with a future. Even with the mysteries, the trust, and everything else hanging over the place, the farm itself, it's growing. Right, that's the last of the contracts turned in. Money's in the bank, loans covered for another month, and we're ending April on a solid note. Can't complain about that. Time to head home, park up for the night, and get ready for May. Big month ahead. Let's see where it takes us.
May's here. Wet, cold, and raining already. Typical Highlands weather.
Cattle are looking good though, tucked away in the barn, and the silage is nearly finished fermenting. Should be able to sell it by the end of the month. That'll be a huge help.
This month's all about contracts. Need to build that bank balance back up any way I can.
One bale wrapping job on the board, and the rest, all 6 of them, are weeding jobs. This little 6 grand weeder. Absolute lifesaver. Worth every penny. Right then, let's get out there and earn some money. Hello, Fiona. Everything all right?
Hello yourself. Just calling to check in on you and that abandoned farm of yours. How are the cattle? Any more trouble with the trust since we last spoke?
Cattle are doing great. Growing strong, eating plenty. And nope, nothing from the trust. Dead silent. Probably a good thing.
I'd say so. We don't need any more trouble from them lot. So what are you up to today then?
Contracts. Nothing exciting. Weeding mostly. Keeps the money ticking over. But hey, since I've got you, wanted to float something by you.
Oh? Go on then, I'm listening.
Goats. You got any goats in stock? Not to buy right now, not until I've got a new goat barn built and some money saved up. Maybe later in the year, August or so. I've got a bit of a plan brewing. A big one.
Goats. Liam, you serious? Of course I've got goats. Loads of them. But what are you planning? Breeding? Milk? Cheese?
Sort of, but not exactly. I'm thinking goat yoga. Bit mad, I know, but a proper business idea. People coming up to the farm to do yoga sessions with goats wandering about. Could be great for the town, great for the farm, and a nice wee income too.
Oh Liam, that is brilliant. Goat yoga in Kinleg. You'd have half the valley talking about it. I love it. And once you get that barn built, I'll get you the best starter herd you could want.
That's the plan. Might take a few months, but I'm aiming for it.
So what are you calling this new empire of yours then? Goat yoga. What's the business name?
Good question. Haven't nailed one down yet. Thought of a couple, but nothing feels right.
What about Kinleg Goat Zen or Highland Hooves Yoga?
Maybe. Could be Goat Glow, or I don't know, Zen with hens and goats. No, that's terrible.
Oh, stop it, you'll have me choking. Well, whatever you choose, it'll be a hit. I can feel it.
Cheers, Fiona. I'll keep you updated as it comes together.
Do that. Take care, Liam.
You too.
Starting the last weeding job of the month now, and it shouldn't take long. The field is fairly small and straightforward, so a single clean pass should tidy it up nicely for the neighbours and get this contract wrapped up.
That's the job complete. Heading back to the farm to put the weeder away, and it's earned its place in the shed for sure. It has carried most of the workload this month, and for something that only cost £6,000, it has probably made back its price several times over already. 7 jobs in total, and each one adds a bit more to the balance. Processing them one after another, and watching the number climb from 11,500 to around 35,000, heading over to the silage pit next. 114,000 litres of fermented silage. Silage is sitting at around £120 per 1,000 litres, and it barely changes throughout the year. That kind of consistency makes life easier. It means I can sell any time without worrying about missing a better price window. 16,000 litres going into the trailer, and seeing it fill up like that is a proper milestone. This is the first time I'm selling something grown on my own land in Kinleg, and it marks a real turning point for the farm. Making the short drive to the animal dealer, the first batch brings in just over £2,000, which isn't a fortune on its own, but with several loads to go, it will add up quickly. The goat yoga barn keeps coming up in my mind. It's expensive at £50,000, but it's an investment that could bring in visitors, income, and something unique to the farm. Fiona has goats ready whenever I'm set, and if I aim for August, that might give me enough time to build the barn, plan the space, and start putting the business together. The alternative is saving for the New Holland tractor. It would make every part of this job easier with more power and better capability, but the cost is enormous. Over £100,000, and with the loans I already have, I can't take on more debt. May turned out to be better than expected. The farm's improving, the money's building slowly, and the plans for the summer are taking shape. With June coming up, there's plenty of work ahead and plenty to look forward to. This place is starting to feel like a real farm.
June starts with the cattle looking strong. 10 young adults, all healthy and putting on weight. Plenty of feed left in storage, around 36,000 litres, which takes a lot of pressure off. The bank sits at £38,125. Field 13 looks all right. The grass is coming along, though it could use more fertiliser and the pH is slipping. There's too much work lined up to worry about it right now. Time to take on some contracts. There's a solid cultivating job worth £8,000, another cultivating one alongside it, and 4 weeding jobs too. 6 contracts in total. Plenty to keep the money coming in, and that's the priority. Cultivators attached, and a busy month of contracts ahead. Time to leave the yard and heading straight into the first job of the month. No point wasting good daylight.
Hi, Uncle. Good to hear from you. I'm out here working through a cultivating job, just taking it steady. How are things down in town?
I'm alright, lad. Just wanted to check in. You sounded weighed down the last time we spoke. How are things on that old place of yours? Anything unusual still happening?
I've had a few moments lately where I've seen someone on the farm, just in the corner of my eye. It's enough to stop me, and every time I catch it, I think of Godric. Maybe it's the stress, maybe it's everything that happened in Montana, or maybe it's just my head trying to make sense of things. Hard to ignore though.
That sounds rough, lad, and I'll tell you something. I saw Walter in town a couple of days ago. He looked different, avoided eye contact, didn't say a word. Normally he'd talk the legs off me. Something wasn't right with him.
That matches something I found. In Ewan McLeod's attic, there was an old photo tin. A group of farmers together, standing outside some old shed or barn. Walter was in it.
Wouldn't surprise me. There's been whispers about the trust having their fingers in other farms too. Quiet pressure. Not the kind where you shout about it, but the kind that makes people nervous. Folks around here have been on edge.
Katie acted strange on the phone as well, and her land borders my farm. If Walter's acting off, and the trust has been circling more properties, then this might not be isolated at all. I'm thinking I should try speaking to Walter next month, see if he'll open up.
Be careful with that, lad. Some men stay quiet because they're scared. Others stay quiet because they're involved. Either way, you need to watch your back. You've walked into something that started long before you arrived.
There's something happening around this land, and I need to understand what it is. Thanks for checking in. I'll keep you posted once I learn more.
Good, and look after yourself, Liam.
That's all 6 contracts finished, and the income's come through. A solid month's work, and the balance looks much healthier for it. July's going to be the big one though, with another full grass cut waiting in field 13. Time to rest up and get ready for it.
July starts with a quick look at the Highland cattle. All 10 of them are filling out well, solid young adults now, and they look settled in the barn. Each cow is worth around £1,500 now, which is incredible considering how young they still are. There's 33,000 litres of hay left in storage, so there's no need to make more this month. That means the entire grass cut can go straight into silage again, ready to ferment for August. Field 13 is ready to harvest. The nitrogen levels are low and the pH isn't great, but the yield still looks promising. I'll take what's here and deal with the soil properly in August. The mower's hooked up and everything is running smoothly. Heading into the field now to get the first cut started. This whole job will take the better part of the day. Cutting, rowing, collecting, and filling the pit. Plenty of time to think. And I keep coming back to that rusted key I found in Ewan McLeod's workshop. It doesn't fit anything on the farm, and Ewan kept it hidden away. It feels important, even though I still have no idea what it's meant to open. Maybe it's connected to the photos, or the trust, or something else entirely. That old photo tin in Ewan's attic has been bothering me as well. A group of local farmers standing together years ago, Walter included. Ewan kept that photo safe for a reason. It wasn't just some memory. If anyone knows the story behind those photos, it's Walter. And after what Uncle Alistair said, it feels like now's the time to ask. Hi Walter, it's Liam Fraser. Sorry for the unexpected call. I just wanted to ask you something about an old photo I found in Ewan McLeod's attic.
If it's the one I think it is, aye, I was in it. What about it?
I'm trying to understand what that picture meant, why Ewan kept it.
That was a long time ago, lad. Folk who worked the land together. Nothing special about it.
I'm not trying to cause trouble. Ewan disappeared without explanation. The trust pressured Margaret hard. And now that I own the farm, things don't feel right. Uncle said you looked uneasy when you were in town. If something happened back then, I need to know.
You don't want to be mixing yourself in that business. Calder, he's not the kind of man you cross. He pushes folk further than they can take. Some say too far.
If he wanted this farm before, he might want it again. And I'm the one living here now. If there's something going on, I'd rather not find out the hard way.
Listen to me. I've already said too much. Calder doesn't like questions. If he thinks you're digging, he'll come knocking. Keep your head down.
There was another photo in Ewan's tin. The ruined barn or castle on the hilltop. Same place I visited earlier this year. Do you know why Ewan had a picture of it? Did something happen up there?
Don't talk about that place. Don't go up there. Don't mention it again. You hear me?
Walter, what happened up there?
Drop it, Liam. Just drop it. Calder's dangerous. This whole thing is dangerous. Don't drag me into it.
Something's really not right there. He wasn't just being vague. He was scared. The way he shut down the moment the castle came up, and the way he talked about Calder. It's like everyone knows something they're too afraid to say out loud. Between the key, the photos, the trust, and Ewan disappearing. Anyway, enough mysteries for one night. The silo's full, and that's at least something straightforward. 141,000 litres of silage tucked away. That's a massive achievement for the farm. Been a long month, but £50,000 in the bank after everything. That's a solid place to be. But next time, I really do need to fix that nitrogen issue and get the pH back up. The environmental score shows the weakness plain as day. But the rest? Weed control, soil sampling, tillage, all maxed out. If I can get everything up to a perfect 100, the bonuses alone will be worth it. Plenty to look forward to next season. Right. Days like this are exhausting, but the kind that make the farm feel alive. Nice to just breathe for a moment. Who on earth is visiting at this hour? Hi, can I help you?
Good evening, Mr. Fraser. My name is Ryan Calder. We need to talk.